Chapter 954. There were a lot of things in the fast food restaurant that Li Fan had never seen before. He saw something called steamed rice noodles, which looked like noodles, so he ordered 1 and 2 buns. In front of his senior, Li Fan was a little embarrassed to eat too much. Otherwise, with his appetite, he would probably scare Lu Wan. You're eating so little. Lu Wan looked at Li Fan coming back with a small meal and could not help but be surprised. Aren't you hungry? Well, I'm still not used to the southern cuisine. Li Fan was telling the truth. He still did not know what was to his liking and what was not. Li Fan did not want to waste food, so he just randomly ordered some to eat. Where are you from, Junior? I can't tell from your accent. Li Fan's accent was quite standard. It was rare to hear that he had a northeastern accent. I'm from the northeast, a city. Ah, no wonder. Lu Wan nodded. You might have to adapt to these things for a while. The southern cuisine is not the same as the northern cuisine. I have a classmate who is also from the northeast. He said that most of the cuisines there are oily. But the southern cuisine is more exquisite. If you carefully taste it, it is actually quite delicious. Looks like I have to adapt for a while. Li Fan shrugged his shoulders and continued to attack his steamed rice noodles. When you're here, I recommend you to try the rice noodle roll. It's quite delicious. Also, there's a fried rice noodle shop at the school gate. It's also very delicious. I think even the students from the northeast will like this taste. Okay, senior. I will definitely try it. Li Fan ate some steamed rice noodles and felt that it was quite good. Although it was different from noodles, it had a different taste. Just as they lowered their heads to eat, a girl with big sunglasses lowered her head and pushed the door open from the outside. And outside, a large group of people rushed past, as if they were chasing after someone. The girl secretly glanced at them. Seeing that she was not discovered, she stroked her chest and sighed in relief. When Li Fan saw this girl, he immediately frowned. As the saying goes, enemies are bound to meet on a narrow road. This was not a lie. The girl happened to turn her head and saw Li Fan. The two of them spoke almost at the same time. Why are you here? Shen. Little Chen. Why are you here? You two know each other. Lu Wanner also recognized this girl and even called out her name. Lil Wan. The ponytailed girl looked around carefully. Seeing that no one in the room recognized her, she walked over, pulled out a chair, and sat next to Lu Wanner. What's wrong with you? You look like you're fleeing from a famine. Lu Wanner had yet to drink her cola, so she pushed it to the ponytail girl. The ponytailed girl looked at the cola and swallowed her saliva. After some hesitation, she pushed it back. No, it's too high in calories. Your life is so hard now that you can't even drink Coke. Well, I have no choice, or else I won't be able to maintain my figure. After the ponytail girl finished speaking, she glared at Li Fan fiercely. Why are you here, you bastard? Woman, do you like to quarrel? Li Fan was also quite unhappy. His luck was so bad that he actually met this girl again. Are you two friends? Who's friends with him? The two of them spoke almost at the same time. Lu Wanner burst out laughing. You two are so compatible. Who's compatible with him? They spoke at the same time again, and then the two of them glared at each other angrily. It had to be said that the ponytail girl's eyes were really big. They seemed to be bigger than any girl he knew. Okay, you two don't quarrel. We're all schoolmates. Why bother quarreling? Schoolmates? Li Fan and the ponytail girl widened their eyes at the same time. They couldn't believe what they had heard. Him. The ponytail girl pointed at Li Fan. Oh my god. Do you have to be so unlucky? Shouldn't I say that? Li Fan was particularly unhappy. Since I met you, nothing good has happened. It's obviously me on your side. The ponytail girl fiercely glared at Li Fan, as if Li Fan was really her unlucky star. Fuck, I'm wronged. Li Fan was so angry that he couldn't help but curse. Before I met you, I was still fine. It's definitely because of your bad temper that you've offended too many people, and now you're being punished by God. Nonsense, God wouldn't be willing to punish a beauty like me. The two of them confronted each other with equal harshness, neither giving in to the other. Lu Warner had seen enough of a joke. She quickly reached out and stopped the two of them. Okay, stop quarreling. You don't even know each other, how can you quarrel so happily? Let me introduce you. This is Xin Chen, a top student in the music department in the 15th grade. This is Li Fan, our junior, and we're in the same major. Xin Chen, I seem to have heard this name. Li Fan felt that this name was a bit familiar, but he couldn't remember who said it. Humph. Xin Chen seemed to be even more unhappy, angrily looking at Li Fan. Lu Warner was a bit surprised, looking up and down at Li Fan as if she was looking at a monster. Senior, why are you looking at me like that? You don't know Xin Chen. Isn't today the first time we've met? You don't watch TV, don't you go online? Ah. I've been busy with my studies these days, so I really haven't watched TV online. During the holidays, Li Fan almost didn't go online as he was dealing with the matters of the escort agency. At the same time, he was also diligently practicing martial arts. Wang Zheng's appearance was considered as a reminder to Li Fan. The government had completely abandoned him. If he didn't become stronger, he would die. You must be from a cave. Xin Chen rolled her eyes, came from a ravine. Did I offend you? That's right. Xin Chen nodded, you've offended me quite badly. And you just had to come to our school. Humph, Li something, let me tell you, I can't deal with you outside of school, but I can make it difficult for you inside. Humph. The school is run by your family. Li Fan couldn't help but ridicule, if you want to deal with me, then I'll deal with me. Li something, don't look down on me. Xin Chen said, this lady's one call will be answered by hundreds. She even raised her hand in a dignified gesture. Suddenly, there was a noise coming from outside. Xin Chen is here. Quickly go in. Seeing the dense crowd outside, Li Fan was taken aback. What's going on? Oh no, it's over if they come in. Lu Warner frowned. Li Fan said that he had to give Lu Warner some face. He secretly reached out and used his true chi to seal the door of the restaurant. The crowd outside rushed to the door and desperately tried to push it, but found that the door couldn't be pushed open and immediately exploded. Chapter 955. Let's go. Although she did not know why the door was suddenly sealed, Lu Warner reacted quickly. She stood up, pulled Xin Chen, and ran toward the back door. Li Fan wiped his mouth, stood up, and left with them. Not long after they left the back door, the true energy on the door dissipated. The two doors were pushed down, and a group of people rushed into the restaurant. The staff was frightened, thinking that these people came to rob them, and quickly took out the phone to call the police. At the same time, Li Fan and the others had already run away from the back door. They trotted all the way, and soon ran out of the restaurant. Lu Warner's physical strength was good, but Xin Chen could not, holding the wall and gasping. Li Fan stood next to her, hands in his pocket, and asked Xin Chen. I say, did you rob someone's things, or a lone shark? Why are there so many people chasing you? You know nothing. Xin Chen gasped a few times, they are all this lady's fans. Fans? Li Fan furrowed his brows, then suddenly understood. Oh, I remember, you are that Xin Chen. It's really strange, you have such a bad temper, what do they like about you? You bastard, are you looking for a beating? Xin Chen angrily scolded, when we get to school, I will kill you. Aya, senior sister, I'm so scared. Li Fan touched his chest, pretending to be afraid, when I'm scared, I like to call for help. Li Fan cleared his throat, and his voice rose an octave, help, Xin Chen quickly pulled Li Fan, and hurriedly covered his mouth with her hand. You want to die. I was just defending myself. Li Fan pulled Shin Chen's hand away. You want to kill me, but you won't let me call for help? Besides, did you wash your hands after going to the toilet, and then cover my mouth? You don't wash your hands when going to the toilet. You bastard. Why are you still scolding me? Li Fan cleared his throat again. I'd better call someone over to protect me, lest you find me unpleasant and want to beat me up. Guards. Damn you. Shin Chen tried to cover Li Fan's mouth again, but Li Fan dodged it. All right. I was wrong, okay. Shin Chen endured the humiliation and actually apologized to Li Fan. Lu Wanner, who was at the side, was dumbfounded. My God, how is this possible? Shin Chen, who had always been arrogant and willful, had actually apologized to someone. Am I seeing things? Or was it a dream? Lu Wanner pinched her cheeks. This wasn't a dream. You're not sincere, senior sister. Li Fan looked at Shin Chen with a smile and said. What else do you want, bastard? Shin Chen was about to go crazy. Why did he encounter such a scoundrel? Shameless, bastard. Senior sister, can you take care of me a little when we're in school? Li Fan had a triumphant smile on his face. You see, I've just arrived at G City and am not familiar with the people and the place. Especially when I'm in G University, and I'm just a freshman. If no one takes care of me, I'll definitely be bullied. I'll take care of you. Shin Chen gritted her teeth and said these few words. Really, senior sister? You're not lying to me? If you lie to me, you'll definitely lose fans, senior sister. Li Fan looked at Shin Chen very seriously. I'm not lying. If I lie, I'll lose fans, lose all my fans. Shin Chen raised her right hand and stretched out 3 fingers. She said this sentence word by word. But her gaze was as if she couldn't wait to eat someone up. Senior sister is so nice. Li Fan smiled. With you around, the 4 years of university life will be very interesting. 3 years. Shin Chen immediately said, I'll only tolerate you for 3 years. After 3 years, I'll graduate, guards. Shin. I'll take care of you tenderly for 4 years, until you grow up and graduate to serve your country. Senior sister, you're so nice. I'm so touched that I'm about to cry. Li Fan said with tears in her eyes, since the atmosphere here is so warm, I don't need to call for help. Lu Wanner gave Li Fan a thumbs up, meaning that he was awesome. Both of you, stop arguing. Shin Chen, put this on. Lu Wanner took out a mask from her bag and handed it to Shin Chen. God, Wanner, why didn't you give it to me earlier? Shin Chen felt like breaking down. I just remembered it. Put it on. Shin Chen took the mask and put it on her face. In this way, no one could tell who she was. That's good, Shin Chen breathed a sigh of relief. By the way, where are you going? Lu Wanner asked. I'm going back to school. I haven't been to school for a long time. The media asks me every day if I'm inflated and don't like to study, so I'm going back to school this month to put on an act. Shin Chen said impatiently, these media are so annoying. School is so boring. They just have to force me to come. You can't think like that. University is still very exciting. Lu Wanner quickly said, there are a lot of classmates and clubs. I'm not interested. I just want to stay in my villa in Los Angeles, bask in the sun and drink wine. As for when the new album will be released, let the fans wait. The more they look forward to it, the better the album will sell. So mean. Li Fan could not help but mutter. TSK, what do you know? You're not a star, just a loser. Shin Chen curled her lips. What about taking care of me? Li Fan looked at Shin Chen with a smile. Or does Big Shot Shin want to have a street autograph event? You, don't be too arrogant. Shin Chen looked at Li Fan angrily. You've been threatening me all the way here. You're not a man at all. I even saved you once, but I don't see you thanking me. Why should I be so polite to you? Li Fan shrugged his shoulders. You can't be like Shin Chen. When did you save her? Lu Wan-er was a little surprised. Before she could finish, a few vans suddenly rushed out from the side. One of the vans stopped directly in front of them and opened the door. A few burly men with guns jumped out and pointed at their heads. Get in. Wait, this has nothing to do with Wan-er. Shin Chen's expression changed. She pushed Lu Wan-er away and grabbed Li Fan. This is my manager. You can talk to him if you have something to say. Humph. A burly man knocked Lu Wan-er unconscious and then dragged Li Fan and Shin Chen into the van. Li Fan originally wanted to curse and run away. But on second thought, this matter had to be resolved, so he obediently got into the van. Big shot Shen, you can't escape from Boss Ma's palm. A burly man said to Shin Chen, just accept your fate. Chapter 956. A group of big men sat in the van, each of them carrying a weapon in their hands. Li Fan took a look. They were all Type 54 Black Stars. He didn't know which factory produced them, but each gun was shiny. They were definitely old. People always liked to say that the Northeast was chaotic. In the past, the Northeast was indeed very chaotic. It had experienced a terrible 20 years. But the current security in the Northeast was still okay, mainly because the governance in the past few years was too strong. Nowadays, the gangs appeared in the form of groups, with both the black and the white. Moreover, the Red Dragon Society like Lu Xinnan contributed a lot of GDP to the economy of a city every year. They also had to manage the matters of the lower levels and be responsible for maintaining the discipline of the lower levels. Once something went wrong, the police would investigate in the open, but they would also have to investigate in the dark. And it was said that there were several waves of very powerful underworld forces in the south. This Boss Ma's background was unknown. He could actually let everyone under him carry a Type 54 Black Star and openly rob a person on the road. Moreover, it was a popular star. It could be seen that the other party had great power. If you have anything to say, tell my manager. Let me go. In the car, Shin Chen still tried to deceive these people. Li Fan was very speechless. This little girl was really a bit selfish. No, it shouldn't be said to be selfish. She just wanted to kill him. Miss Shen, don't fool us. Although we are not cultured, we still watch TV. A rough man was shirtless, wiping the Type 54 Black Star in his hand. His eyes were full of love, as if he was not playing with the Type 54, but his wife. This look reminded Li Fan of the devil incarnate, Wang Tofu. When he looked at his 38 styles, he also had this kind of look. This guy might be the same kind of person as the devil incarnate. Li Fan subconsciously maintained vigilance against him. We all know what kind of temper and character you have. To be honest, my wife is a fan of yours. The big man chuckled. Your fans all know your character. Your manager can't control you. Yes. Big brother, you're right. Li Fan clapped his hands. Hurry up and take her away. I've had enough. Shin Chen looked at Li Fan angrily, but Li Fan did not care about her at all, and continued, brothers, you see, I can't play any role, why don't you just let me go? I'm sorry, big brother. We'll have to trouble you to come with us today. The burly man's gaze fell on Li Fan. We are a legitimate company. Since you are the manager, you must be present when Miss Shin signs the contract. Brothers, what contract? Isn't it just a matter of a word from you guys? Li Fan pointed at the 54 in the big man's hand. If I say no, won't you just kill me and bury me? Let's go, brother. The big man laughed. But it's useless to talk to me about this. When you see our boss, you can talk to him. Humph. Shin Chen was very dissatisfied. There was fear in her eyes, but she suppressed her fear with anger. Miss Shen, no matter what, let's go and talk to Boss Ma. Don't worry, you won't be in danger. I'm here. Li Fan's words made Shin feel a little more at ease, but she did not appreciate it. She turned her head away and snorted. Li Fan was quite helpless. This woman was too arrogant. Bro, can you tell me who killed our Lao Wu in the airport? The burly man suddenly spoke again. He raised his head, looked at Li Fan, and asked. I secretly looked at the scene. The other party's actions were clean and neat. It's not an ordinary person. There's no such person. It was your brother's gun that accidentally fired. Li Fan smiled. Look at the two of us. Other than the entertainment industry, we are very ordinary in other aspects. I know it's not you. It must be an expert. Maybe he's a retired Special Forces soldier. The big man pondered, who is it? Is it the bodyguard that Miss Shin hired? If it is, please let me meet him. I'm very interested. The big man skillfully adjusted his 54 style. At the same time, he licked his lips. The hungry look in his eyes was self-evident. It was obvious that he was not an ordinary fighter. Humph. Shin did not want to answer this question. Although the little girl was arrogant, she was not stupid. She knew that the more she said, the more mistakes she would make. It was originally a big lie. If she said too much, it might be seen through by the other party. The reason why she tricked Li Fan into the car was because he was good at martial arts. He even saved her at noon. What happened next could only depend on fate. Xiaowan was outside. She should have woken up and called the police for them. Everything should be going according to her plan. But Boss Ma's power was too strong. Whether she could escape safely or not, could only depend on fate. A few vans quickly drove into the suburbs. After a while, they arrived at an abandoned warehouse in the suburbs. This warehouse was quite big. It seemed to have been bought by someone and was left abandoned here. The two people were pushed out of the car and then escorted to the second floor of the warehouse. A boss was already sitting in the boss's chair. He was dressed very elegantly. He wore a gentleman's hat and a vest with a shirt. He also had a pipe in his mouth. Boss Ma looked short and thin, seemingly harmless to humans and animals. But the few big men beside him were not kind people. Each of them had a fierce look on their faces. They looked like they could not wait to tear Li Fan into pieces. There was also a red-haired Tibetan mastiff lying on Boss Ma's leg. It looked like a lion. It seemed to be an extraordinary breed. It was estimated to be worth millions. The guests are here. Sit down. Boss Ma stretched out his hand. Two big men pressed Li Fan and Shin down on the chair in front of Boss Ma. The Tibetan mastiff smelled the smell of outsiders. It immediately raised its head and roared at Li Fan. When Li Fan glared at the Tibetan mastiff immediately shivered and lay there, becoming obedient. Boss Ma frowned and glanced at the Tibetan mastiff. Usually, when outsiders came, it was extremely fierce. It could not wait to tear them apart. It would only calm down after he reprimanded it several times. What's wrong with it today? Did it eat something wrong? Boss Ma moved his gaze away from his dog and looked at Shin Chen, whose body was slightly trembling. Big shot Shin, I'm sorry. I invited you here today to talk about our last deal. Boss Ma tapped his pipe. I'm a businessman. What I hate the most is people who don't keep their promises. I didn't agree to your deal. Shin Chen immediately said. I won't do that even if I die. Big shot Shin, don't be so shameless. Chapter 957. A thug next to him couldn't help but curse. Boss Ma frowned. He picked up his cane from the table and pulled out a thin sword from it. He aimed it at the thug's thigh and fiercely stabbed it. Puff! The thug's thigh was pierced, but he still stood there, frowned, and didn't make a sound. Did I allow you to speak? Boss Ma wiped his hands and asked the thug, after working for me for so long, haven't you learned how to be polite? I was wrong, boss. The thug bowed his head and apologized. This nearly 2 meters tall brawny man bowed his head and apologized to a less than 1.6 meters tall man. It looked very funny, but it could be guessed how scary this boss Ma was. Some people were ruthless, but not because of their physique. This boss Ma was definitely a powerful character. Well, disobedient dog, I've already taught it a lesson for you. When boss Ma turned his head and faced Shin Chen, he smiled again. Miss Shen, let's continue to talk about the contract. I'm not short of money, I won't shoot a R-rated movie. Shin Chen emphasized again, give up, boss Ma. No matter how much money you give me, I won't do it. Miss Shen, have you ever thought about it? Boss Ma was not angry, but fiddled with a sapphire ring and slowly said, you were able to rise up that year because I recommended you. As the saying goes, don't forget the one who dug the well when you drink water. It's not good to be ungrateful, right? If Boss Ma wanted to shoot a commercial or a normal movie, I would definitely push all my schedules to come and help. But a R-rated movie is absolutely out of the question. Even if I, Shin Chen, die, I won't do it. Young man, don't talk about death so easily. Boss Ma looked at Shin Chen, I'm also helping you, Shin Chen. How long do you think you can be popular? Can you solve the problem of your voice? I'm afraid even the most advanced medical treatment can't cure it. Hearing this, Shin Chen didn't say anything. A lot of actresses want to play this role. I don't know how many calls I receive a day. Now that the opportunity is in front of you, you have to cherish it. How long can you hide this voice of yours? Boss Ma, you don't need to worry about this. Shin Chen endured it and said, even if I can't sing, I can still shoot commercials and act in movies. I can still continue to develop. If it really doesn't work, I won't be a celebrity anymore. I'll just continue to be a student. You are still young. How can you be so pessimistic? Boss Ma reminded Shin Chen, the sponsor said that if you film this film, they will invest 1 billion yuan. Big shot Shen, do you know what a billion yuan is? Boss Ma wrote a row of zeros on the paper. There are so many zeros. So many people are willing to give up their lives for so many zeros. So, Miss Shen, you have to think it through. You're not going against me, you're going against this billion. Although I'm a gentleman, I'm willing to do anything for this 1 billion. Boss Ma, let's talk again. Li Fan was silent for a long time before he finally spoke. Talk about what? How much do you want? Name your price. The upper limit in Boss Ma's mind was 100 million, which was the price for business negotiations. But in his heart, he felt that Shin Chen was only worth a little more than 10 million. If the other party didn't like her, he wouldn't have paid so much money. Maybe Boss Ma treats Shin Chen as a commodity. Li Fan said, what I want to tell Boss Ma is that Shin Chen is priceless. We won't sign anything that she doesn't want to film, no matter how much it costs. Shin Chen looked at Li Fan in surprise. Think carefully before you speak. Boss Ma tapped his fingers lightly. The thug behind Li Fan took out a pistol and pressed it against the back of Li Fan's head. I'm a businessman, but I don't like to talk business with dead people. Boss Ma, what I want to tell you is that I'm not a businessman. Li Fan said as he tilted his head slightly. Then, he grabbed the burly man's hand and kicked the stool backward. The stool hit the burly man's leg, causing him to stagger forward. Li Fan pushed back and easily took the gun from the thug. At the same time, he strangled the thug's neck with his left hand and aimed the gun at Boss Ma. This move was complicated, but when Li Fan used it, it only took a moment. The other thugs around were all shocked and subconsciously wanted to pull out their guns. Li Fan glanced at Boss Ma and said with a smile, raise your hands high. Raise your hands. I'll kill anyone who dares to touch a gun. A thug in the distance didn't believe him and secretly reached for his waist. Li Fan directly fired a shot and hit Boss Ma's hand. 2 of his fingers were directly shot off and became a bloody mess. Ah! Put down your guns. Hands up. Hands up. Boss Ma didn't act like a gentleman and roared again and again. The surrounding thugs were a little unwilling, but they still raised their hands high. Well, very good. Very obedient. Li Fan nodded with satisfaction. This is good. Everyone is civilized and love each other. Let's have a good talk. With that, Li Fan glanced at Shin Chen. Shin Chen, come behind me. You can't escape. Boss Ma's face was a little twisted. He looked at Li Fan and said ruthlessly, in City G, anyone who messes with me will not have a good life. You reminded me. Should I just kill you? Is that more direct? Li Fan hooked his finger on the trigger and pressed down little by little. Boss Ma's face turned pale. You won't live if you kill me. This Type 54 Black Star has a total of 11 bullets in it. One gun for each of us, plus this dog, is enough. Li Fan's calmness shook the hearts of the others. This guy was definitely a professional. If he was not a professional bodyguard, then he was a professional killer. Boss Ma, I'm just an ordinary student. I don't want to kill you. But remember, I'm only one person, and I'm just risking my life. If you piss me off, I'll fight you to the death. I'll exchange my life for yours. I think it's a good deal. Boss Ma's face twitched. He secretly glanced at the rough man. The rough man nodded and took 2 steps back. His eyes fell on an AK-47 hanging next to him. Li Fan instantly noticed his movement. He immediately kicked the leg of the thug next to him, and the thug fell to the ground. Li Fan followed up with his knee and knocked the thug out. At the same time, he grabbed the gun from him. Li Fan grabbed 2 guns, stepped on the chair, and fired at the thugs on both sides. Bang, 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 bang. The gunshots kept ringing. Li Fan accurately hit a thug's leg every time. The bullets of the big black star had penetrating power. Almost in the blink of an eye, the legs of 4 thugs were pierced. Chapter 958. The room was very spacious, but it was crowded with many people. Many of the thugs wanted to fight back, but before they could pull out their guns, Li Fan's bullets had landed on their legs. This Li Fan seemed to have a cheat code. Not a single shot missed. The rough man stood at the side and looked at the valiant Li Fan. He couldn't believe his eyes. No matter how accurate a person's marksmanship was, it was impossible to be this accurate. For a pistol to be accurate, a few conditions must be met. First, the shooting range must not exceed 20 meters. Second, 3 points must form a line. Hold the gun with both hands and aim at the target. It was nonsense to hold a gun and shoot like in the movies. It was impossible to do in real life. But this man in front of him did it. Moreover, he used 2 guns. He fired left and right, and every shot hit the target. The thugs around him were also shooting, but it was not easy to hit a person. A few shots missed. But the manager shot one by one, and his men were all kneeling on the ground. With their legs broken, these people couldn't even raise their guns to shoot. One of the thugs was barely able to kneel on the ground. He raised both of his hands and aimed at Li Fan with trembling hands. Then, he fired a shot. Bang! The bullet hit the ceiling above his head and flew off, shattering the glass at the side. Boss Ma, who was at the side, was so scared that he hid behind the desk. Li Fan continued to shoot and sent that thug's pistol flying. That thug's palm was torn, and blood flowed out. Li Fan effortlessly took down all the thugs in the room. The rough man had already set up his AK-47 and was half kneeling on the ground. He used his knees to hold the gun, and the muzzle was aimed at Li Fan. Goodbye. The rough man said goodbye to Li Fan and pulled the trigger. 3 bullets were fired. In the rough man's line of sight, Li Fan should have been shot immediately and killed by himself here. But Li Fan's figure had disappeared. When the rough man turned his head, he saw this guy standing on his right. When did he come here? Bang bang. Li Fan fired 2 shots. One shot hit the rough man's arm, and the other shot hit his calf, directly crippling his ability to move. It's better not to play with such a dangerous guy. Li Fan stretched out his hand and confiscated the rough man's AK-47. Then, he dismantled the gun into parts. The burly man was dumbfounded. Even he didn't know how to dismantle such a clean and beautiful technique. Just where did this man come from? Li Fan didn't wait for him to understand and smashed the rough man's head with the butt of the gun, directly knocking him out. At the same time, Li Fan walked over and pulled out the trembling Boss Ma from behind the desk. Boss Ma, do you still want our Shin-Chen to film? No, I don't dare, Boss Ma was impressed. This kid was a tough nut to crack. Provoking him would not end well. For Boss Ma, his net worth was not small. He had children and a wife. The person he didn't want to provoke the most was someone like Li Fan who was not afraid of death. As the saying goes, the barefooted is not afraid of those who wear shoes. This saying still made some sense. I admit defeat, I really admit defeat. Shin-Chen, the bodyguard you hired is awesome, I admit defeat. From today onwards, I will not trouble you anymore. Really, I, Ma Wuren, will keep my word. Boss Ma almost pulled out his soul to swear. Let him go. Li Fan turned his head and asked Shin-Chen. Let him go. Although Shin-Chen was willful and pampered, she didn't underestimate life. She looked at Boss Ma, who was crying with snot and tears all over his face, and her heart softened. Look, you're lucky. Li Fan patted Boss Ma's shoulder, our Shin-Chen forgives you. Yes, thank you, big shot Shin, Boss Ma was relieved. As long as he could live, it was better than anything. He had a big business, so he didn't want to die. Okay, it seems like we've reached a deal. Li Fan clapped his hands, dismantled the 2 pistols into parts, and then threw them on the ground. Almost everyone in the room was injured, so no one dared to stop them. Li Fan brought Shin-Chen and swaggered out of the warehouse. Do you know how to drive? Li Fan pointed to a van and asked the big star beside him. You're asking me? Shin-Chen was surprised, who do you think this lady is? It's always my assistant who drives me. I'm not your assistant. Li Fan shrugged his shoulders. Then call a car. Fuck, do you think I'm a taxi? Li Fan rolled his eyes at Shin-Chen, gentle senior sister, what happened to taking care of my college life? Is this how you take care of me? R-rated movie, Boss Ma, gunfight? You. I know you've helped me a lot, but this is your honor. Shin-Chen snorted, you should be grateful to me. Do I have to kneel down and let you lick me? Li Fan asked, can I lick my legs? Don't lick my feet, I'm afraid you'll have athlete's foot. Bastard. Go to hell. Shin-Chen was furious, this bastard, I thought he was a bit handsome just now, he's just a scoundrel. I'll just call a car. Shin-Chen took out his mobile phone and found that it had been broken at some point. Bastard, Apple's things are so useless. Shin-Chen was furious. Without her cell phone, how could she find a car in this desolate wilderness? At this time, Li Fan started the van and waved at Shin-Chen. Get in, big shot Shin. You know how to drive? A little. Then why didn't you say so earlier? You didn't ask. Shin-Chen wanted to curse, but in the end, she held back and obediently got in the van. Li Fan stepped on the accelerator, and the car suddenly sped away. Shin-Chen didn't even have time to fasten her seatbelt, and her whole body was pressed on the chair, making her scream. When did you get your driver's license? Shin-Chen finally calmed down and immediately asked. Driver's license? Li Fan didn't look back, I don't have time to get a driver's license. MP. Fuck you. Li Fan. Shin-Chen was about to cry. Li Fan, on the other hand, laughed out loud. Our big shot Shin finally called my name correctly. Stop the car 555, let's walk back, okay? Sit tight, I'm speeding up. Li Fan stepped on the accelerator, and the van began to speed up, all the way to the city. Before 5 o'clock, Li Fan finally returned to school. He parked the car in the corner, and Xiaowan personally came to pick them up. God! I'm glad you're all right. Xiaowan hugged Shinchen tightly. I was scared to death, I almost had a heart attack. We're all right, I'm so beautiful, God doesn't want me to die. Li Fan followed behind and felt very helpless when he heard this. Chapter 959. I called the police, but the police said that an adult has been missing for less than 48 hours and did not allow me to file a case. Lu Wan-er said angrily, these irresponsible guys. You were kidnapped on the street, how can it be called missing? These bastards. Lu Wan-er, who had always been gentle and elegant, could not help but curse. It could be seen how angry she was. It's okay, aren't we back now? Shen Qin seemed to be much gentler to Lu Wan-er, constantly comforting her. It's good that you're okay. Have you eaten? Why don't I take you to the cafeteria to eat first? Ah, right. Lu Wan-er suddenly remembered and quickly said to Li Fan, your luggage is with me. When you get to the dormitory, come and get it from me. Okay, thank you, Senior Xiaowan. Li Fan thanked Lu Wan-er, then I'll go report. See you two senior sisters. You're not eating. It's too late, I can't report today. Okay, this is your acceptance letter, I'll take it for you. Lu Wan-er was very careful and handed the acceptance letter to Li Fan. You go to the first teaching building in front, the academic affairs office has set up a reception there, you can report there. Thank you, senior sister. Li Fan was about to leave, but Shin Chen grabbed his arm. Xiaowan, I'm not hungry anyway. You said you'll take care of your junior, how can you not care about your junior? Huh? Lu Wan-er was a little surprised. Originally, she also wanted to bring Li Fan to report, but because Shin Chen was there, it was not convenient. Shin Chen was a popular star, she should hate these troublesome things the most. If she did not take care of Shin Chen, Lu Wan-er would help Li Fan. In the end, Shin Chen actually took the initiative to help Li Fan report. This was really strange. What had happened between the two of them? But when Li Fan looked at Shin Chen's evil smile, he felt that it was not a good thing. This woman, what dirty trick was she planning? Li Fan did not believe that Shin Chen was kind enough to send him to register by himself. This woman couldn't wait to strangle him halfway. How could she be so kind to him? Li Fan felt that it was strange that Shin Chen could become a female celebrity. With her temper, she should be hated by everyone. Could it be that the values of the fans are so skewed these days? Public morals are getting worse day by day, public morals are getting worse by the day. Li Fan could not help but sigh with emotion. What do you mean? Shin Chen looked back at Li Fan, this lady is kind enough to send you to report, but you say that? No, thank you very much, Senior Shen. Li Fan immediately corrected himself, you can still take time out of your busy schedule to accompany a newbie like me to register. And, it's good that you know. Only then did Shin Chen nod in satisfaction, it is such a great honor to be sent by this young lady to report. There was a faint smile on Shin Chen's lips as he looked at Li Fan with a guilty conscience. At this time, there was a melodious music coming from the radio next to them. It was a girl's voice. When the snow falls outside the window, I'm already old. You've seen the time I've passed, I've smiled. The girl in my memory that I held hands with, do you still love me? The moment you and I kissed, my heart palpitated. It was a very nice campus song. Li Fan listened to it, as if all the pores on his body were opened up. Who sang this song? It's very nice, right? Li Fan could not help but ask. He was indeed not very sensitive to these popular elements. Lu Wan-er smiled and pointed. Shen Chen proudly raised her chin, besides this young lady, who else can sing such a beautiful song? Mortal, now do you know how powerful this young lady is? Li Fan did not expect that this song was actually sung by Shin Chen. He suddenly understood a little why Shin Chen was so popular. But according to Boss Ma, Shin Chen's throat was broken and she could no longer sing. This matter should also be true. We're here. Lu Wan-er pointed to the front door and then led the two into the first teaching building. The hall of the first teaching building was very spacious, with European-style spiral staircases on both sides. In the middle of the hall, there was a three-sided table to receive students who came to report. There were almost 2 students in front of each table, going through the formalities. The formalities were also like an assembly line. After finishing one, they moved on to the next. From registration to paying the tuition fee to getting the dormitory key, it was estimated that it would take a long time. There were too many people. Li Fan had to queue for a long time. At this time, Shin Chen suddenly took off her mask and sunglasses and coughed twice. Someone turned around and saw Shin Chen, and was stunned. Shin Chen. It's really Shin Chen. She's a student of our school. Damn, it's true. The students were a little excited. Lu Wan immediately signaled to the student council next to her. Several student council officers understood and immediately came over, forming a human wall, blocking in front of Shin Chen. Shin Chen stepped on the chair next to her, climbed directly on the table, and said in a loud voice. Hello students, I'm Shin Chen. Shin Chen's words attracted a burst of cheers. Many people were shouting, Shin Chen, I love you, and so on. As everyone can see, I'm also a student of G University. I'm in my 2nd year this year. For the next month, I'll be attending classes with all of you. I'm also a student. To be able to push away all my schedules and come to school to learn knowledge is very precious to me. I hope that in this month, everyone will be good students with me and don't make things too difficult for me, okay? Shin Chen seemed to be begging, but to Li Fan, why did it sound like an order? But the fans were very excited and shouted happily. We support Shin Chen. We will definitely not disturb the goddess's life. Thank you everyone. Shin Chen smiled sweetly, and everyone wanted to faint. Shin Chen, do you have a boyfriend? A boy finally couldn't help but ask. I don't. Shin Chen's answer made them heave a sigh of relief. But then, Shin Chen said another sentence. But I have a boy I like. It's a pity that he doesn't like me very much. Everyone instantly became angry. Who was it that was so shameless to win Shin Chen's heart and then abandon her? Student Li Fan, are you done with the paperwork? Shin Chen suddenly asked as she looked at Li Fan, who had taken the opportunity to complete the paperwork. She stood on the table with her arms crossed and looked at Li Fan with concern. There was a trace of shyness in her voice. Do you want me to help you? All the boys were about to explode. Their eyes all fell on Li Fan. Li Fan had just received the dormitory key. In his mouth was a piece of beef jerky that Xia Yi had secretly stuffed into his pocket. When he heard Shin Chen's question, he was stunned. Chapter 960. Revenge. Absolute revenge. At this moment, Li Fan felt countless ferocious eyes around him, as if they wanted to burn him to death. Shin Chen deliberately said that she liked a man, and the next sentence came to care about him. Wasn't this implying that the man she liked was him? Oh my God, my dear fans. Don't misunderstand. The person I like is not Li Fan. Don't hurt him, please. Shin Chen's almost compromising attitude made everyone more certain of the speculation in their hearts. This man, what did he do? Moreover, he was only a freshman. How did he know Shin Chen? Many seniors looked at Li Fan with eyes full of jealousy and anger. This made Li Fan realize that the next period of time seemed to be very difficult to endure. Fuck. Do you have to do this? He wanted to go to college in a low-key manner. Wouldn't his daily life be ruined like this? Li Fan was not a fool. He thought about it and immediately said, Sister, don't mess around. If you do this, they will think that I am brother-in-law. Everyone was suddenly stunned. Wasn't Li Fan the boy who was liked? Then who was it? Who was the brother-in-law that he called? Shen Chen was also gnashing his teeth. This Li Fan was too cunning. With a casual sentence, he had diverted everyone's attention. Humph, brat, don't be too proud. After 4 years in college, this lady will kill you sooner or later. Sister, brother-in-law asked you to take good care of me, but I can do it myself. You chat with the fans. I'm going to the dormitory. Li Fan took the dormitory key, waved at Shen Chen, and then turned to leave. Hey, wait a minute, Shen Chen wanted to find Li Fan, but she was surrounded by enthusiastic fans and couldn't move. Lu Wan shook her head at the side. There was only one word in her mind, and that was "no-zuo-no die." Shen Chen originally wanted to mess with Li Fan and use the power of the fans to punish Li Fan. He did not expect that Li Fan would take advantage of the situation and let Shen Chen suffer a loss because of his fans. A lot of people surrounded Shen Chen and asked her who the man she liked was, which made Shen Chen feel a headache. How could he possibly answer a story that she had casually made up? Damn you, Li Fan. You scoundrel. Bastard. I will definitely avenge you. Li Fan was already humming a tune, waving the key in his hand as he walked towards the dormitory. Ji University was a university in the south. The dormitory conditions were generally not bad. Li Fan had checked before he came to City Ji. It was a standard 4-person dormitory with a bed and a table. There was also a bathroom, a balcony, and an air conditioner. The only thing was that it was a little humid all year round. Xia Yi even stuffed a lot of dehumidifying bags into Li Fan's hands, afraid that he would be uncomfortable. The weather in the south was much hotter than in the north. Li Fan had heard that in City Ji, the winter was not cold at all, and people wore short-sleeved shirts and shorts all year round. However, it was a pity that he could not see snow here. Li Fan's dormitory was on the 5th floor. His luggage was still with Lu Wan, so he went up to the 5th floor empty-handed and stood in front of room 505. He wondered if he was the first person to come to the dormitory, and if the people in the dormitory were difficult to get along with. Thinking of this, Li Fan had already reached out to push open the iron door of the dormitory. The dormitory was not very big, but it was quite long. There were 2 beds on each side. When Li Fan entered, there were already 2 boys inside. One of them was tall and strong. He was holding a compass in his hand and pacing back and forth in the room as if he was being paranoid. The feng shui in the east seems to be quite good. Oh, but there seems to be evil spirits in the earth. Not good, not good. On the other side of the bed sat a little fat boy, picking his feet while eating peanuts. Hey, brother, you are so annoying. The dormitory is so small. How can there be any feng shui? It doesn't matter where you live. Then why did you take the bed on the balcony as soon as you arrived? Isn't it because the feng shui here is good? The strong man could not help but ask. Fart, it has nothing to do with feng shui. Come, take a look. The little fat boy pointed at the opposite painted building. Opposite is the female dormitory. It's so convenient to look from here. When Li Fan came in, he happened to hear the 2 of them talking. Cold sweat dripped down his forehead. What kind of roommates are these? Hey, a newcomer. When the little fat boy saw Li Fan, he got down from the bed and eagerly walked toward Li Fan. He stretched out his hand that just finished picking his feet in front of Li Fan. My name is Zhao Yingjun, from Sichuan. Brother, where are you from? Li Fan looked at his hand, feeling very embarrassed. Moreover, this brother's name is Zhao Yingjun. Li Fan looked left and right for a long time, but he did not find him handsome. You just finished picking your feet, why are you shaking hands? The strong man walked over and pulled the little fat boy away. Brother, my name is Wang Yang, from Shandong. From now on, we are roommates. Take care of each other. This brother was very silly, and his words were very pertinent. Li Fan quickly shook hands with him. My name is Li Fan, from the northeast. It doesn't smell, really. The little fat boy Zhao Yingjun smelled his own hand and handed it to Wang Yang. If you don't believe me, you can smell it. Get lost. Wang Yang's forehead was full of cold sweat. Then I'll sleep here, the feng shui here is not bad. You believe in feng shui? Li Fan put the key on the table inside and could not help but ask. Hey, my uncle is a feng shui expert. I learned a lot from him when I was a child. Wang Yang smiled and explained to Li Fan, after all, it's the ancestors' set of things. For it to be passed down for thousands of years, I think there must be a reason. Hey! Li Fan, where's your luggage? Zhao Yingjun noticed that Li Fan did not bring his luggage and asked. Oh, something happened on the way here. I left my luggage with Senior. I'll go get it in a while. Li Fan casually said. Senior? This little fat boy's eyes lit up. He directly came over as if he had smelled his prey. Yeah, our department's Senior Lu Wan-er. Lu Wan-er. Zhao Yingjun took a few deep breaths and then pressed his hands on Li Fan's shoulder. Really Lu Wan-er? Yeah, what's wrong with you? Did you have a heart attack? Wang Yang, did you bring any heart pills? Ah, how could I bring such a thing? Wang Yang was also shocked. What's wrong with Zhao Yingjun? You guys. You're too insensitive. Zhao Yingjun ridiculed them. Lu Wan-er is our department's flower. Do you know how many guys flock to her like ducks? They even formed a personal guard club. Zhao Yingjun took out his phone and opened an application. I even specially filled out the application, but it hasn't been approved yet. How did you get to know the goddess? She's from our department. How hard is it to get to know her? Li Fan found it a bit funny. If you want to know her, I'll bring you to eat with her later. Chapter 961. My God. The fatty was so happy that he almost fainted. To be able to have a meal with a goddess, this is something that can only happen in a dream. Li Fan, from today onwards, you are my idol. No, you are my boss. Stop messing around. You look older than me. Zhao Yingjun, this fatty, has a full beard on his chin. Seems like he is not young anymore. How is that possible? I am only 18 this year. Zhao Yingjun hurriedly said. Fuck. Hearing this, Li Fan was shocked. Only 18? Isn't it too early to go to school in the south? Moreover, doesn't Zhao Yingjun look a bit anxious? Li Fan, how old are you? Wang Yang came over to join in the fun and asked. I am 20 this year. Li Fan went to school late, so he is slightly older. Haha, then you are 1 year younger than me. I am 21. Wang Yang laughed, I guess no one is older than me. Go, this daddy is the biggest, an 18 centimeters killing weapon. Zhao Yingjun immediately said. Wang Yang rolled his eyes at him. I am talking about age. Who said that thing, stinking hooligan? There is still a brother in our dormitory who is not here yet. Li Fan looked at the empty bed and could not help but ask, he is not here yet? He should be here soon. Just as they finished talking, the dormitory door was pushed open. A gentle boy wearing a big black frame walked in. Behind him was a woman who was carrying his bag. Just put it here. Yes, young master. The woman put the bag on the table and then began to arrange the things for the boy and make the bed. Li Fan and the rest were dumbfounded. The boy was slightly shy and bowed to Li Fan. Hello. I am Xiang, from Shanghai. Oh, my name is Wang Yang, from Shandong. Wang Yang shook hands with the boy. Zhao Yingjun, from Sichuan. Li Fan, from the northeast. Dong, from the northeast. He glanced at Li Fan timidly, which amused Li Fan. You are indeed from the northeast. What can I do to you? I'm a little afraid of northeasterners. My family's hotel was once wrecked by northeasterners, Xiang Dong said with some embarrassment. There are bad people everywhere. Li Fan put his arm around Xiang's shoulder and patted him hard. We'll be roommates from now on. Take care of each other. Is this your maid? Wang Yang looked at the woman who was tidying up the bed and could not help but ask. No, she's just my nanny. Xiang Dong hurriedly waved his hands, indicating that Wang Yang and the others had misunderstood. As for Li Fan, he couldn't help but think of Bai Lin Luo, who was also a little four eyes. If it wasn't for Long Qingyun, Bai Lin Luo would have gone to university by now. Young master, it's done. The nanny helped Xiang Dong tidy up his things. On his table, there were 2 computer monitors and a PS4. Obviously, he was a gaming otaku. Thank you, Auntie Li. I'm fine now. You can go back. Okay, call me if there's anything. Fellow students, I'll have to trouble you to take care of my young master. After exhorting them, the nanny left. Seems like Xiang Dong's family is quite rich. Zhao Yingjun muttered. Xiang Dong hurriedly shook his head with a red face. No, it's just a normal family. This Xiang Dong was quite bashful. Okay, since everyone is here, let's line up. Wang Yang clapped his hands and said, we've just talked about age. Xiang, how old are you this year? I'm 17, damn, he's even younger than Zhao Yingjun. Why are you all so young? Okay, then our dormitory will be divided. Wang Yang patted his chest, I'm 21, then I'll be the big brother from now on. Li Fan, you'll be the second brother. Li Fan was speechless for a while. You're the second brother. Your whole family is the second brother. Yingjun is the third brother, Xiang is the fourth brother. Xiang is the youngest, so everyone should take care of him in the future. Big brother, look, since everyone is here, why don't you treat us to a meal? Zhao Yingjun rubbed his hands and asked Wang Yang with a smile. Wang Yang's face suddenly stiffened and coughed twice. This, dinner, of course, we have to eat. I'm the eldest, so the first meal in the dormitory should naturally be my treat. But, the feng shui is not so good. No. Oh, that's right, didn't the second brother say that he'll treat us and senior sister to dinner today? After searching for a long time, Wang Yang finally clapped his hands and his eyes lit up. I can't deprive you of this opportunity, am I right, second brother? And, let me treat you today, Li Fan casually said, but can you call me Li Fan? Second brother sounds too bad. Second brother, what do you want to eat tonight? Wang Yang asked. I don't know yet, Li Fan's face darkened. Zhao Yingjun said with a grin, second brother, don't worry. Here, besides big brother, both of us have to call you second brother. Li Fan thought about it and agreed. I have to eat with a girl tonight, however, the direction became nervous. He pulled Li Fan's sleeve and asked uneasily. I can't not go, how can this be? It's the first dormitory activity, how can you not go? Zhao Yingjun was the first to object, we must go, we must all go. By the way, second brother, how many senior sisters are there tonight? Are there any new female juniors? I don't know. But besides Lu Wan, there should be another senior sister. Li Fan thought for a moment. Shen Chen would probably come too. This girl would never let go of any opportunity to mess with him. Senior sister is fine too, I don't think she's old. Zhao Yingjun said while enduring the pain. Get lost, it's good enough that she doesn't think you're old. Look at your hairy face. Wang Yang looked at Zhao Yingjun with disdain. Fuck, this is a sign of maturity, big brother, don't look down on me. Then are you going tonight? Yes, of course I'm going. Then when are we leaving, second brother? When we come back, we brothers will take you to get a set of bedding. Li Fan looked at the time, it was already past 6:00 in the evening, Shen Chen and the others should be done with their work. I'll make a phone call and ask. Li Fan took out his phone and called Lu Wan, Then let's do it at 6:30. There's a small restaurant behind the school, right? Got it. Li Fan hung up the phone and made an okay gesture to Wang Yang and Zhao Yingjun who were looking forward to it. Really want to go? Xiang seemed a little timid. It's just a meal, it's not like we're taking your life. Zhao Yingjun advised Xiang Yi, just follow us. There are girls everywhere in the university, you have to get used to it. I, your third brother, know a lot of tricks to pick up girls. Let me put it this way, none of the girls I fancy can escape from my palm. Wait for your third brother to teach you slowly. Chapter 962. Shen Chen was sitting in a small restaurant at the school gate, still wearing a cap and a mask to cover her face. She was holding a small rabbit doll in her hand, which was particularly cute. But Shen Chen imagined it to be Li Fan, desperately pulling its head, pulling its ears, and occasionally slapping its mouth a few times. God, such a cute rabbit, why did you hit it? Lu Wan finally could not bear it anymore, reaching out her hand to snatch the rabbit doll. Humph, I saw it and thought of that bastardly Fan, so I couldn't help but hit it. Shen Chen said angrily. Lu Wan came closer, carefully looking at Shen Chen. What are you looking at? Shen Chen was a little nervous being looked at. Is there something on my face? You're wearing such a big mask, even if there is something you can't see. Lu Wan rolled her eyes. It's you who looks weird. How is it weird? Today you've been talking about Li Fan, I've never seen you so concerned about a man before. You, towards Li Fan, are you? Go, nonsense. Evil spirit, go away, go away. Shen Chen hurriedly waved her hand, that stinky man is like a cockroach, this lady just wants to trample him to death, don't talk nonsense. I didn't say anything, you said it yourself. Look at you, look at how flustered you are. I didn't, you're crazy. Hee, then just treat it as me being crazy. Lu Wan covered her mouth and chuckled, making Shen Chen even more flustered, and could not help but hit Lu Wan a few times. The two girls played around. Fortunately there were not many people in the small restaurant, so no one noticed these two beautiful girls. The location of the small restaurant was slightly remote. It was a Japanese-style ramen restaurant, just opened not long ago, so there were not many people. Because there were few people and it was quiet, Lu Wan decided to choose here. The ramen here tasted good, but the price was slightly expensive, so many students only came here occasionally. The restaurant was playing traditional Japanese music. Shen Chen could not help but softly hum along. How's your throat? Lu Wan could not help but ask. That's all. Shen Chen shrugged her shoulders. I've already gotten over it. Anyway, I can still survive by relying on my looks. Sigh. I've asked my family to help you contact a hospital in the United States. They're looking at your medical records. Lu Wanner came from a medical family. She had been helping her good friend investigate this illness. It's useless. I've been to all the hospitals in the United States. Shen Chen waved her hand. It's all the same. Mine is basically incurable. Fine. Anyway, you still have so many fans. Lu Wan winked at Shen Chen. Except for Li Fan. Humph. That bastard doesn't know what beauty is. When Shen Chen thought of Li Fan, he was furious. This guy will never find a girlfriend. I don't think so. I think Li Fan is quite attractive to girls. Lu Wanner said, his looks are not bad. He is usually very polite, and occasionally a little bad. This kind of boy is quite attractive. How is he a little rascal? He's bad to the max. Shen Chen curled her lips. She stared at Lu Wanner. You little girl. I understand now. Do you have a crush on him? Hee, I have a good impression of him. But it's not like I have a crush on him. Lu Wanner laughed. Don't you know my family's situation? In my university, I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend. Even if I do, when I go abroad, we'll still have to separate. This is too painful. I might as well not date. Sigh. Why are we in the same boat? Shen Chen sighed. Us artists are not allowed to have a boyfriend. It's so hard. Screw you. How can there be a man that you like? That's true. But I think you're not bad. Why don't we talk about it? Shin-chin laughed. It just so happens that I have a house in the United States. We can live together. Okay. I think that's fine. Lu Wanner agreed. Then it's settled. Little girl, tonight you'll accompany me. You're so naughty. Be gentler. It's my first time, okay? I'll make you happy. I'll make you go to heaven. The two of them joked around again. At this time, Li Fan lifted the curtain and walked in. Yo. What are you talking about? Why are you so happy? Li Fan. You're here. Lu Wanner waved at Li Fan. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Are these your roommates? It's really Lu Wanner. Zhao Yingjun saw Lu Wanner. He was so excited that he almost fainted. Be rational. Look. Old 4 is fine. Wang Yang tugged at Zhao Yingjun, then pointed at the direction where Zhao Yingjun was standing silently. Okay. Okay, Zhao Yingjun took 2 deep breaths. He tried to calm himself down. Senior Wanner, I'm sorry. I'm late. Li Fan led his classmates to sit opposite Lu Wanner. Let me introduce you. This tall and big guy is our big brother, Wang Yang. This little fatty is our third brother, Zhao Yingjun. This shy little brother is Xiang. He's the youngest in our dormitory. Oh. Then you're the second one. Shin-chin did not let go of any opportunity to ridicule Li Fan. He immediately grasped the key point. Huh? Zhao Yingjun was staring at Lu Wanner. When he heard Shin-chen's voice, he immediately turned his head. He looked at Shin-chen carefully and asked with a trembling voice. This is Shin-chen. Li Fan introduced. She's also our senior sister. That's singing Shin-chen. Zhao Yingjun asked again. His eyes were wide open like a bull's. Yes. Shin-chen directly pulled off her mask, revealing her delicate face. I'm Shin-chen. Bang, Zhao Yingjun fell straight to the ground. What's wrong with him? Lu Wanner was taken aback. It's nothing. Let him be drunk for a while. He'll be fine. Li Fan waved his hand, indicating that it was nothing. Oh my god, it's really the big star Shin-chen. Everyone said that you're in our school. It turns out it's true. Wang Yang calmed down a lot. He took out his notebook and carefully handed it to Shin-chen. Can I have your autograph? Sure. Shin-chen nodded. He nimbly took the notebook, signed it for Wang Yang, and handed it back to him. Thank you. Thank you. Wang Yang happily hugged his notebook as if he had found a treasure. This thing must be worth a lot of money, Li Fan was also convinced. Big brother was a typical money grubber. Now it seemed that only Xiang was a little more normal. Student Xiang, drink some water. Lu Wanner poured a cup of barley tea for Xiang. Xiang nodded, then nervously picked up the cup and poured the tea on himself. Chapter 963. Li Fan covered his head. These 3 brothers were drunk. He squatted on the ground and slapped Zhao Yingjun awake. He also confiscated his brother's notebook and asked for a towel for Xiang Yingjun to wipe his wet pants. Li Fan felt that he was about to become a nanny. You're so busy. Shin-chen couldn't help but mock Li Fan. It's all because of you. Why did you suddenly become a celebrity? Look at how scared my friends are. This lady was born to attract everyone's attention. Shin-chen proudly said, you guys are used to it. Alright, let's eat something. The ramen here is pretty good. Lu Wanner was already hungry. She pressed the bell next to her. The boss, wearing a kimono, walked over and bowed to them. Wow, Big 4. Dear guests, what would you like to eat? Li Fan felt that the voice was vaguely familiar. He looked up and realized that he had seen the boss before. It's you. The two of them exclaimed at the same time. The boss shivered. I remember you. You're called Abe Cheng, right? Why are you opening a restaurant? This brother was the onmyoji of the Abe family. Li Fan had beaten him to the ground when he was trying to break through the barrier. But he was just a small onmyoji. He couldn't be seen in public. I'm really sorry. This onmyoji said with some embarrassment, I'm not very proficient in yin-yang techniques. In contrast, I love good food and cooking. So, I opened this restaurant in China. Ha, it's good to pursue your dreams. Li Fan couldn't help but laugh. He encouraged this onmyoji, Abe Cheng, what's good here? Let me try it. Since we have such a good relationship, how about a 20% discount? I really admire Li Sang's skills. Abe Cheng bowed to Li Fan again. Since Li Sang is here to eat, I'll treat you today. My most famous dish is volcano hot pot. I'll prepare it for Li Sang. Please wait a moment. Volcano hot pot. Lu Wanner was a little surprised. Heavens, Li Fan, you're too amazing. This volcano hot pot is the specialty of this restaurant, but we only sell one set a day. Many people come here early in the morning to eat it. Is it that delicious? When Li Fan heard this, he was also tempted. Yes. Because it's very troublesome to prepare, we're only selling one a day. I've wanted to eat it for a long time, but I couldn't get it every time. Lu Wanner was especially happy. I'm in luck today. Second brother, you're so amazing. How do you even know the Japanese? Zhao Yingjun tried to steal the notebook but was slapped away by Li Fan. He retracted his hand resentfully, looked at Li Fan, and asked respectfully. When I went to Japan in the past, I met him once. Li Fan smiled. What do you think? We have free hot pot to eat today and can look at beautiful female seniors. Second brother is awesome, isn't he? Awesome. But when are you returning the notebook to me? Wang Yang looked at the notebook and gulped. I'll give it to you when we get back to the dormitory. The hot pot was quickly served. As the boss, Abe Cheng knelt at the side and placed the ingredients inside one by one, serving Li Fan and the others to eat. Every ingredient in this hot pot can bring a different taste to the soup. Abe Cheng even introduced to Li Fan, so I have to personally help you cook, and place different ingredients for you according to the time. I can't be wrong for even a minute, otherwise the soup will lose its best taste. You're considerate. Li Fan nodded at Abe Cheng. Abe Cheng was a little terrified. It's my honor to be able to serve Li San. Although Li San defeated us before, there are many people in the Abe family who admire Li San. The Japanese were like this. They bullied the weak and respected the strong. Li Fan had shown his hand and killed Abe Yangfu, subduing many people. Why are you so respectful to him? Shin Chin could not help but ask, what's so good about him? Li San is very strong, Abe Cheng said as he put the special mushrooms into the hot pot. He's strong. Doesn't he just know a few tricks? What's so strong about him? Shin Chin curled her lips. Miss Shen, I know you. You're a Chinese singer. Abe Cheng looked at Shin Chen and slowly explained, I also like to listen to your songs, and I'm also your fan. But, Li San's strength is something that you can't understand. Just like this volcano hot pot, every dish has gone through constant soaking and testing before it became this delicious. Outsiders don't understand the mystery behind it. Only at the last moment, when it explodes, that kind of full taste will make you sincerely convinced. Ha ha ha, are you praising me or praising your hot pot? Li Fan laughed out loud. I've let Li San see a joke. This hot pot is indeed my pride. When Abe Cheng spoke, there was indeed a proud smile on his face. The taste is very good, and the more I eat, the better it is. Wang Yang could not help but exclaim, at first, there was no taste, but now I can't put down my chopsticks. This is the charm of the volcano hot pot. Abe Cheng said happily, just like Li San, the longer I know him, the more infatuated I am with him. Make the hot pot, stop talking so much. Shin Chen glared at the boss. Sorry, I couldn't help but talk too much, disturbing your interest in eating. It's okay, ignore her, she's going through menopause. Li Fan waved his hand, making Shin Chen glare at Li Fan angrily. The hot pot was steaming hot, and the few of them ate happily, chatting while eating. Zhao Yingjuan's voice trembled the whole time. Tonight was simply a day in heaven. And Wang Yang was obviously very excited to be able to get a notebook with Shin Chen's autograph. Only Xiang didn't say a word during the meal. He was also very careful when eating. Xiang, say something. Li Fan glanced at the youngest in the dormitory. Why aren't you saying anything? That's right, junior brother, say something, senior sister won't eat you. Lu Wan could not help but laugh, gently looking at Xiang. Xiang became even more bashful, he lowered his head, not daring to look at the two girls. Our fourth brother might have a little social phobia. Wang Yang said. That shouldn't be the case, he was chatting normally with us just now. Li Fan felt a little strange, he wanted Xiang to speak, but Xiang refused to say anything. Alright, let's not force him, let's continue chatting. The group of people ate happily, and the atmosphere became more and more lively. And at this moment, the door of the shop was suddenly pushed open, and some students walked in. A few people crowded around a boy wearing a flowery shirt. Zhao Yingjun muttered. Yo, this brother is rich, even his clothes are branded. Chapter 964. Li Fan could also see that this boy seemed to have an extraordinary family background. The clothes he was wearing were all branded, and they were all Italian brands. This guy was either rich or respectable. He was definitely not the son of an ordinary family. Seeing him, Shin Chen frowned and pulled up her mask. Lu Wan Air was even more uncomfortable. She lowered her head, as if she did not want him to see her appearance. Ah, Xiao Wan. But this boy still saw Lu Wan Air at a glance. I asked you out tonight, why didn't you come out? So you were hiding here to eat. Look, we're so faded. He walked over with a smile. Yo, Shin Chen is here too. I said you went back to school, and it's true. Just nice, I'll treat you two to a meal today. How about I treat you two to a drink later? Ah, it's really Shin Chen. Can I get an autograph from her? She's just an actress, what's there to be excited about? The surrounding students muttered. Thanks. Lu Wan Air refused, I don't like to drink. Looking at the glass of plum wine beside Lu Wan Air, her words did not seem convincing. Who are these people? The boy's gaze finally fell on Li Fan and the others. He immediately frowned and asked. Hello. My name is Zhao Yingjun, a new student this year. Zhao Yingjun was quite enthusiastic. He quickly stood up and introduced himself. You must be my senior, please take care of me. Where did this little fatty come from? Asking our young master Zhang to take care of us. What a joke. Are you kidding me? The students ridiculed, making Li Fan unhappy. He frowned. Where did this idiot come from? This young master Zhang did not even look at Zhao Yingjun, but looked directly at Lu Wan Air. You two give me face, anything is fine. Not giving me face, how about it? Shen Chen stared at young master Zhang with dissatisfaction. Zhang Guo, why are you so annoying, like a fly? Hurry up and get out, the air is stinking with you here. Can't you see I'm wearing a mask? Shen Chen began her mental attack again. Li Fan did not know whether to laugh or cry. This girl was too savage. Oh my god, why is Shen Chen like this? Everyone says that she's willful. Today, we finally know. He's just trash. Whoever likes her is an idiot. The group of young Master Zhang's lackeys started whispering again. Zhang Guo stood there. He was not angry. Instead, he laughed. Shen Chen, your mouth is really powerful, I have seen a lot of things. How can you eat in such a shabby restaurant? Let me treat you to somewhere else. What's your social status? How about we go somewhere else? What a lousy place. Aren't you here as well? Lu Wan'er liked this shop very much. When she heard what Zhang Guo said, she was immediately unhappy. I'm just here to take a look. I don't really plan on eating here. Zhang Guo laughed. Don't you know what my net worth is? Then get lost. Don't disturb our meal. Shin Chin cursed. I'm not leaving. Since you guys are eating, I'll have a taste too. What's so good about this small place? Zhang Guo sat down at the table next to him, and a few students sat beside him. A waitress in a kimono came over and asked what they wanted to eat. Why are they all ramen? A girl screamed, are you kidding me? We want to eat hot pot. I'm sorry, madam. The waitress explained, volcano hot pot is the specialty of this shop. We only sell one a day. If you want to eat, you can come earlier tomorrow. Why? I'm rich, but I'm not allowed to eat. The girl pounded the table. Ask your boss to come over and tell him that we want to eat volcano hot pot. That's our boss, but he doesn't talk to outsiders when he's cooking hot pot. What kind of lousy shop is this? Why are you pretending? The girl shouted, believe it or not, I'll smash this place. I'm sorry, we really can't meet your requirements. If you really can't, you can go to another restaurant. The waitress said apologetically. Young Master Zhang. Look, what a shabby place this is. They're bullying people. The girl immediately acted like a spoiled child to Zhang Guo. Ask your boss to come out. Tell him that I'm the young master of the Zhang family in Ji City. Zhang Guo took out a black centurion card and put it on the table. Today, I'm treating my friend to a meal. I must satisfy him. Tell him that I'll pay 3 times the price for that hot pot. I'm sorry. Ape Ching waved his hand and let the waitress go. He said without looking up while putting in new ingredients for Li Fan and the others. My volcano hot pot, I only sell one a day. I won't sell more than one. What are you pretending for? Another boy curled his lips. I saw that you sold one this morning. This one is not for sale. Ape Cheng said in stiff Chinese, this one is for them. Hey, you don't want to open the shop, do you? The girl immediately shouted, believe it or not, I'll smash this place right now. As soon as she finished speaking, a strong man opened the curtain and walked into the lobby. He was wearing a white kimono with a black belt. He looked like a karate master. The girl didn't notice him. She urged the boy from the sports department next to her to pick up a chair and throw it at the table next to them. Zhang Guo didn't stop them. He seemed to be waiting to watch the show. The karate master kicked the chair. He was barefoot, but he broke the chair with one kick. That chair just now is a gift from me. Ape Cheng said lightly, I only welcome people who taste good food here. I don't welcome bad people who cause trouble, so please leave. The girl still wanted to scold him, but she swallowed her words when she saw the strong karate man. My friend, hurry up and do business for 2 days. Zhang Guo didn't quarrel. He got up and left. After all, your shop will be closed in a few days. I'm sorry, please leave. Ape Cheng gave the last order to leave. 2 beauties, won't you leave with me? Zhang Guo also made a last effort. I'll take you to eat real Japanese food. No need, goodbye. Shin Chen waved at Zhang Guo. Let's go. Zhang Guo had lost all kinds of face today. He turned around, coldly snorted, and left with a group of people. It's a lot quieter. Shin Chen was very happy. The annoying fly is finally gone. I'm sorry. I let you see a joke. Lu Wan'er apologized to Li Fan and the others. This person's family is rich, so he's spoiled. He wasn't like this before, but now, AI. She and Zhang Guo seemed to have known each other for a long time. She sighed and apologized to Abe Cheng. I've also caused trouble for you. Chapter 965. It's okay. Abe Cheng waved his hand. It's hard to avoid people like this when doing business. Taishan Kun, it's been hard on you today. You can leave now. The karate man nodded and returned to his room. That Zhang Guo does have some ability. He might really make your shop shut down. Don't worry about this. My shop is funded by a multinational Japanese company. Even the local government can't close my shop without the approval of the Ministry of Health. Moreover, if the Ministry of Health wants to follow up, they must show strong evidence. No matter what, Abe Cheng was still a member of the Abe family. He had the status of an investor in Japan, which could be considered a privilege in China. I sincerely want to make delicious food. No matter what difficulties I encounter, I will continue to do it. Abe Cheng continued, when the time comes, I hope you guys can come and taste it and give me some pointers. Don't worry, I will definitely come often. Li Fan patted Abe Cheng's shoulder. I still want to try the ramen you make. I'm so scared. Abe Cheng hurriedly bowed to Li Fan and was pulled up by Li Fan. Why are you so polite? We'll be friends in the future. This person has a lot of money. He's really too arrogant. Being ignored by Zhang Guo just now, Zhao Yingjun was obviously a little angry. Now that Zhang Guo had left, he immediately lost his temper. He just left fast, otherwise I would definitely teach him a lesson. You're really something. Why didn't I see you talking just now? Now you're so fierce. Wang Yang ridiculed again. You're like a rat carrying a spear. No way. I just didn't want to quarrel with him just now. I, Zhao Yingjun, am a gentleman. Zhao Yingjun's face turned red and green as he hurriedly shouted. Okay, you two stop quarreling. The hot pot is going to get cold. Li Fan didn't put Zhang Guo in his eyes at all. When he was in a city, he had seen too many rich young masters and killed too many of them. In short, it's better not to provoke that kind of person. When Wang Yang came out, his family specially told him to not cause trouble in school and study more. Yeah, forget about it. He probably doesn't even know who we are. Li Fan patted his brother on the shoulder and comforted him. Let's continue eating hot pot. We'll leave after that. Yeah, don't worry, he doesn't know you. Lu Wanner also comforted Wang Yang. She could see that Wang Yang was really a little scared. In the university, very few people were willing to offend a powerful student like Zhang Guo. That's right, why are you afraid of him? He's an idiot. Shen Chen did not take Zhang Guo seriously. Just focus on your studies. Wang Yang didn't say anything. Let's stop talking. Come, let's eat hot pot. I'm happy to be able to meet all of you. It's my honor, Li Fan. Li Fan picked up a cup of sake. It's also fate between us. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Yeah, let's drink. Zhao Yingjun also raised his glass. I won't think about it anymore, I won't think about it anymore. The few of them raised their wine cups together. Li Fan also let Abe Cheng drink with them. Regardless of whether they were Japanese or not, to be able to know each other was fate. Even Abe Haruko Li Fan was able to befriend him, not to mention Abe Cheng, who truly loved food and was willing to open a shop in China. That. Li sang, there's something I don't know if I should ask. Just as they were about to leave, Abe Cheng suddenly pulled Li Fan and asked in a low voice. Li Fan looked at Abe Cheng, not knowing what he wanted to ask. That. Our family's leader. Is she alright? Don't worry, she's fine. I won't make things difficult for a woman. Li Fan laughed. This brother was quite concerned about Haruko. Who's the current leader of the Abe family? The Abe family is very bad. Abe Cheng's face suddenly darkened. He's back. He reunited the Abe family. I'm afraid the dark days of the Japanese are coming. Him. Who is he? Hearing Abe Cheng's tone, it seemed that this person was a little scary. Abe Dragon Fong. Abe Haruko's older brother, the elder brother's younger brother. Abe Cheng said, in his early years, he cultivated the dark yin-yang technique and was chased out of the yin-yang school. Now, he has returned with great strength, so that's how it is. Li Fan nodded. This person is probably going to set off a bloody storm in the Japanese. Li Sang doesn't want to fight him. I want to, but not now. Li Fan stretched his back lazily. I want to enjoy my university life first. We'll talk about other things after that. Congratulations to Li Sang first. Abe Cheng took out a beautiful carved food box. This is all the sushi that I made myself. Bring it back and try it. Alright, thank you so much. The things that Abe Cheng made were indeed delicious, especially the volcano hot pot just now. Only when he ate the last dish did Li Fan know what it felt like to have a volcano erupt. At that time, all kinds of delicious taste exploded in his mouth. It was really delicious. This guy was indeed a natural-born chef. He shouldn't have studied the yin-yang technique. Li Sang, don't thank me. I should be the one thanking you. Abe Cheng said gratefully, if it wasn't for you, I would still be bitterly studying those yin-yang techniques that I don't like. It was you who let me take the first step in the pursuit of delicacies. In the future, you can come and eat at my place. It's forever free of charge. Forget about forever free of charge. Just give me a 20% discount. Li Fan winked at Abe Cheng. I, Li Fan, am not a freeloader. Alright, as long as you're happy. Abe Cheng did not insist. You're welcome to come often. Li Fan took the food box and went out the door. Lu Wan, and the others were waiting outside. Hey, what's this? Shen Chen saw the food box that Li Fan was holding and immediately asked. Sushi, the boss gave it to me. Did you two have a secret deal? Why is he so good to you? What do you know? This is the appreciation between men. Li Fan rolled his eyes. Zhao Yingjun at the side was nervous to death. This was the big star Shen Chen. How could Li Fan speak so fiercely? Tisk. It's a secret deal. Admit it. Give me half. Shen Chen reached out to snatch it. Fuck, if you do it with me, I'll give you half. Li Fan refused to accept it. I also want to try the boss's sushi. It's limited every day. It's very hard to buy. Lu Wan sighed. Then take it, senior sister. Li Fan handed the whole food box to Lu Wan. Not fair. Shen Chen was immediately unhappy. Why did you give it to me when Xiao Wan said she wanted to eat? I can't even get half. You're ugly. Fuck your grandma. Go. Chapter 966. Shen Chen angrily left with Lu Wan. Li Fan felt that he had finally turned the tables and was very happy. Brothers. After they walked far away, Xiang finally spoke. What's wrong, Xiang? Why didn't you speak just now? I thought you were mute, so I asked Xiang beside me. I don't dare to talk to girls. Xiang said with some embarrassment, but that's not the point. Damn, that's the point. Zhao Yingjun was very surprised. What era is it now, and you still don't dare to talk to girls? Zhao Yingjun said at the top of his voice, what era is it now? The era of one-night stands. Do you know? The people around looked at Zhao Yingjun with very strange eyes. Xiang wished he could cover his mouth. I didn't mean that. Xiang's voice became lower. It's just. I don't really dare to communicate with girls. But that's really not the point. I wanted to say something. How about this brother take you to pick up girls? Zhao Yingjun patted his chest. I'm a born Casanova. I've been hooking up with young nurses since I was born. You saw the way Shen Chen looked at me just now. It's different. It's obvious that she was attracted by my charm. Really don't. Let's worry about ourselves. Xiang remembered, that Zhang Guo. His father is the deputy secretary of the Guangdong Provincial Party Committee, his mother is the representative of Ji City, a real estate tycoon of the Guo family. This person, he's famous for being narrow-minded. If we provoke him, we won't have a good ending. His family is so powerful. Wang Yang was scared again. I have to go back and read my fortune. My heart is still not very peaceful right now. I said that we brothers should eat by ourselves tonight. If we eat by ourselves, there won't be any trouble. Zhao Yingjun was also scared. This Zhangguo's background was so strong, how could they afford to provoke him? You guys, aren't you too timid? Li Fan rolled his eyes at them. I just don't want to cause trouble. Wang Yang wiped the cold sweat from his forehead. Then returned Shin Chen's autograph. Just say you didn't come today. I don't want to cause trouble. Second brother. Don't look at me because I'm tall and big, I actually don't have much strength. Wang Yang said guiltily. I'm not afraid of them. I'm just worried that they'll bully big brother and fourth sister. Zhao Yingjun used someone else as an excuse. I think, he's a little narrow-minded, he probably won't mess with Shin Chen and Lu Wan, but he might not let us off, don't even think about it. We're just nobodies to him. Li Fan comforted him. He didn't even look at us. How would he know who we are? Don't worry, go to school, and play the game. Alright, he muttered, I hope I'm just being paranoid. That's true. To them, we're nothing. Zhao Yingjun also quickly said, don't worry about it. Go back and do what you need to do. After hearing what they said, Wang Yang seemed to be a little relieved. However, Li Fan felt a little sad in his heart. These fellows were being looked down upon by others, yet they were rejoicing. But thinking about it, if he hadn't learned martial arts in the past, he would probably be like this now. Coming to university, no one wanted to cause trouble. In this society, there would always be people with power and influence. If ordinary people challenged them, they would only be beaten up. Alright, don't think too much. Let's go back to the dormitory. Okay, I'm full. Let's go back and play King of Glory before going to bed. King of Glory, it's not that interesting. Wang Yang suggested, let's play Dota 2 together. I don't know. I only know how to play LOL. Li Fan had never played Dota 2 before. That's fine too, together. Once the game was mentioned, Wang Yang became spirited. We can play 4 black, sure, big bro, do you want to play? Sure, I play meat. I only know how to use meat. Garen, top lane. I'll carry you guys to Super Guru. Wang Yang patted his chest. His confidence seemed to have returned. I'll play as a jungler. Zhao Yingjun immediately grabbed a good position. I'm the best blind monk in the server. If I were in this international competition, I would have been in the top 8. Stop talking nonsense. Why don't you go to heaven? Second brother, what position do you play? I don't have a computer. Li Fan really did not buy a computer. When he came, playing games was not in his plan. It's fine. I have one. Wang Yang immediately said, I still have an alien. I can lend it to you. Alright then, let's hurry back and play. Li Fan thought to himself that only by playing games could they recover their emotions. These brothers were probably still in a state of shock tonight. Zhang Guo was too scary for normal people. Let's play, let's play. I'll carry you guys to King of Glory. The 4 of them put their arms around each other's shoulders and walked back to the dormitory building. On the way, they occasionally saw girls in miniskirts, revealing their long legs as they walked on the small paths of the campus. Zhao Yingjun's eyes were about to pop out as he commented on all the girls along the way. Look at that girl. Her legs are clamped tightly. One look and you can tell she's a virgin. Hey, look at that one. Her legs are so long. Fuck, they're so loose. She's probably been fucked a few hundred times. Her walking posture is abnormal. She's probably just been fucked. What a pity. She's been fucked by a dog. Zhao Yingjun kept muttering. Wang Yang couldn't hold it in anymore. Why do you keep analyzing whether she's a virgin or not? Isn't this fun? Big bro won't like it. Pervert, I don't like other women. Eh. The three of them looked at Wang Yang. Big bro has a girlfriend? Yes, of course he does. Wang Yang was a little proud. Who doesn't have a girlfriend? Zhao Yingjun looked at his big bro with jealousy. Second bro, do you have one? Yes, we broke up. Is she pretty? She's alright. Then I'm relieved. Anyway, we broke up. Zhao Yingjun breathed a sigh of relief. Then I feel better. Fourth bro, what about you? I don't have a girlfriend. Wang Yang's face turned red again. That's good. Just as Zhao Yingjun breathed a sigh of relief, Wang Yang added another sentence. But I have a child betrothal, fuck. I'll burn you guys. Zhao Yingjun's heart lost balance again. Alright. There are so many girls in the university. Sooner or later, one of them will be blind and fall for you. Li Fan hugged Zhao Yingjun's arm. Zhao Yingjun didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Second bro, are you trying to comfort me? Just take it that way. Chapter 967. When the four of them returned to the dormitory, they immediately spread out and started playing LOL. The more they played, the more excited they became. They had long forgotten about Zhang Guo. Old 4, stop playing support. Hurry up and help me gank. Wang Yang roared at the top lane. He was probably feeling the pressure. Li Fan was the support, running around and helping to suppress the enemy. The best player here was still the mid laner, Xiang. Xiang was usually shy, but when he played the game, it was as if he had transformed. Xiang was very excited. He was the battlefield commander, leading the team to victory time and time again. But this time, the opponents were stronger. There were many platinum and diamond ranked players. For a small silver ranked player like Li Fan, it was still difficult to face them. Big brother, don't worry. I'm coming. Xiang quickly went to help the top lane. He cooperated with Li Fan and Wang Yang to successfully kill the jungler and top laner who had sneaked to the top lane. The few of them were playing happily. But at this moment, the door of the dormitory was suddenly smashed. What's going on? Wang Yang was happily killing. When he heard the sound, he was startled. Is it a dormitory check? Zhao Yingjun thought for a moment. Open the door. Fuck, I'm going to kill someone in the tower. Me too. How about this, big brother, you will be the dormitory leader in the future. You go and open the door. No. I'll let you have 3 kills later. No. My hands are very important. Nothing can interrupt me. I'll treat you to breakfast tomorrow. Who is it? Wang Yang pulled open the door, and 3 strong seniors barged in. The leader pushed Wang Yang. Ah, what are you doing? Wang Yang exclaimed. Li Fan and the others immediately stood up and frowned as they looked at these people. The senior in the lead directly slapped Wang Yang's head and scolded. Fuck, show off your dick. Are you 4 stinking brats bothering our Lu Wanner? As he spoke, the senior was about to slap Wang Yang again. Li Fan took a step forward and grabbed his wrist. Li Fan exerted a little force and the senior immediately screamed in pain. He knelt on the ground and tried to break free from Li Fan's palm, but he couldn't. Fuck. 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 Let go. Let go. The senior's tears came out, and the 2 boys behind him looked at each other and grabbed at Li Fan. Behave yourselves. Li Fan forcefully twisted the senior's arm, causing him to scream in pain. Get out of the way, get out of the way. As he screamed, the 2 boys reluctantly took a step back. You hit my big brother, right? As Li Fan spoke, he slapped that senior's face, causing it to swell up. Did you hit my big brother? Li Fan gave him another slap on the face, causing the senior's face to become unrecognizable. Alright, second brother, stop hitting me, Wang Yang pulled Li Fan back. He felt that something bad would happen if they continued fighting. Tell me, who sent you guys here? Li Fan squatted down and asked the senior who was kneeling there. The two boys behind did not dare to step forward. They seemed to be a little afraid of Li Fan. We are Lu Wan's personal guards. Fart, they are not. Zhao Yingjun was also very angry. He gathered his courage and shouted, the club's information does not have these two. See, you guys don't even know how to lie. Li Fan sneered, this is too shameful, seniors. These few were so angry that they couldn't speak. They obviously came to find trouble, but they were taught a lesson by a junior. If this matter was spread out, they would not be able to mingle in the school anymore. But for Li Fan, these students must be scared, otherwise, they would be bullied forever. Go back and tell that Zhang Gua. The one Lu Wan knows is me, it has nothing to do with others. If he wants to find trouble, he can come to me, Li Fan. Oh right, if he has the guts, tell him to come and fight with me. As Li Fan spoke, he kicked the senior to the side. Get lost. If he comes again, I'll beat him up. Li Fan shouted and the three students ran away dejectedly. Lao thanks to you, Wang Yang was tall and strong, but at this time his voice was trembling. Li Fan patted his shoulder, don't worry, big brother. I'm here, I won't let them bully you. Second brother, aren't you afraid? Zhao Yingjun could not help but ask. Why should I be afraid of them? They are just a group of hooligans. Li Fan did not put them in his eyes, this university is not run by their family, they can't hide the truth. But, these people are very powerful, Wang Yang could not help but worry, I know it will be a bad hexagram. This dormitory's feng shui is not good. Why don't we discuss with the tutor, to change dormitory? Change dormitory? If you tell the tutor that the feng shui here is not good, he won't beat you up. Li Fan angrily rolled his eyes. Don't worry, big brother. Nothing will happen. He comforted, these guys are all mouth cannons. When they really fight, one runs faster than the other. I'm here to protect you. Don't be afraid. But I see that second brother's physique is not that good, Wang Yang was still a bit worried, even if you can fight one, but if 3 or 4 of them come together, how can you resist? Okay, big brother, since second brother said so, let's believe him. Zhao Yingjun felt that they were going to quarrel. He quickly pulled Wang Yang, today's matter cannot be blamed on second brother. As the saying goes, since ancient times, beauties are often unlucky. We met 2 supreme beauties, so it is normal for us to be unlucky. First of all, this idiom is not used like this. Wang Yang reminded Zhao Yingjun. Secondly, supreme beauties have nothing to do with me. I have a girlfriend, why do I have to suffer like this? Wang Yang was just slapped, so he felt a bit wronged. How about this, I'll ask Shen Chen to give big brother an autograph later. I think it's okay for a man to suffer a bit. Isn't it just a slap? Isn't it just a misunderstanding? What's the big deal? Us 4 men in the dormitory, united as one, fearless. Yes, big brother is right. Li Fan nodded repeatedly. Wang Yang was really a money grubber. His force field changed too quickly. Me too, I support big brother's opinion. Zhao Yingjun followed, although I can't fight, since we brothers know each other, it's fate. Moreover, the way Lu Wan looks at me is different. It's obvious that she has feelings for me. I can't let her down. I've decided, even if Zhang Gua kills me, I will fight like a man. Why do I feel that you're thinking too much? Wang Yang rolled his eyes at Zhao Yingjun. Chapter 968. Impossible, Zhao Yingjun's eyes are never wrong. Zhao Yingjun immediately said, the way she looks at me is definitely different. I'm a master of love, I have ample experience and understanding in this area. Believe me, big brother, give me a month's time, I'll conquer the goddess Lu Wan, and show it to you. Alright, let's make a bet. Wang Yang agreed immediately, I won't go back on my word. How much do you want to bet? $50. Wang Yang spent a long time shouting out a price, almost making Li Fan laugh. Big brother, this person is really stingy to the bone, but Zhao Yingjun, this person who only has feelings for women, sooner or later he will die on a woman's belly. Xiang was sitting at the side, not saying a word. Lao Si, why aren't you saying anything? Wang Yang also noticed Xiang's abnormality and quickly asked. Big brother, I've checked, a few people just came, they're students from the 15th batch of mathematics. Out of nowhere, Xiang Dong had obtained the information of several people and placed it on the computer desktop. They are all ordinary students. I guess they are indeed here to scare us. Bluffing. Li Fan was more experienced in this area, they probably think we're easy to bully, just scaring us a little. Now that they know we're in trouble, they probably won't dare to come. Will they send someone more powerful? Zhao Yingjun couldn't help but ask. Don't be afraid, this is a university, not a mafia. Li Fan emphasized, we just have to do our job, I don't believe that Zhanghua can cover the sky with one hand. That's true, don't think too much, continue playing LOL. Continue. University life was originally full of expectations, under Li Fan's persuasion, the group finally gave up on thinking and continued playing LOL. But Li Fan was a little absent-minded, he didn't expect a Zhanghua to appear in the midst of a good university life. Mr. Yang's figure appeared, sitting on Li Fan's bed, staring at him. Isn't it just Zhanghua? Won't it be over if we kill him? Li Fan didn't want to bother with Mr. Yang. During the summer vacation, he had been in closed-door cultivation, and the pressure of the inner demon had been reduced. However, it was impossible to get rid of the inner demons. Everyone had light, so naturally, there would be darkness. Everyone had a dark side in their hearts that could not be eliminated. Even the great masters and holy monks of the temples, who had cultivated Buddhism for so many years, were unable to completely eliminate the darkness in their hearts. In the fairy tales, wasn't there a Zen master Crow Nest who beheaded the 3 corpses? He remembered that when he was with Murong, she had once said something to him. When one cultivated martial arts to the highest level, that would be the supreme oblivion. Only by forgetting the 7 emotions and 6 desires of humans and becoming an existence without sorrow or joy could one attain the great Tao. But without emotions and desires, what difference was there between a human and a robot? Li Fan felt that he did not want that kind of realm. Shen Qian, Lu Wan, Zhanghua. These people rushed into Li Fan's life just like that. Li Fan felt that his life in Ji University was about to begin amidst the turmoil and unrest. Did he go to Ji City? In the black market, a man wearing a ghost mask was sitting there. He was wearing a black robe and was slowly taking off his mask. Master. What should we do next? Jiang Feng was also wearing a ghost mask, half squatting beside Murong Bo. Oh. What do you think we should do? I'm willing to go through fire and water for master. Jiang Feng said without hesitation. That's good. Murong Bo nodded, gently tapping the table with one finger. It seemed that Jiang Feng still didn't know that Jiang Yi had been rescued. She could still make use of him for a while. When he was done with everything, she would mercilessly get rid of him. After all, he was the descendant of a demon. If she kept him alive, he would be a disaster sooner or later. There's no one above to protect Li Fan, we can do whatever we want to him. Murong Bo continued, and if I'm not wrong, the holy war is about to begin. Really? Jiang Feng couldn't help but tremble when he heard this. Yes. Murong Bo nodded. Next, I also need to go into seclusion for a period of time. My Murong divine skill needs to be upgraded to another level, otherwise I'm afraid I won't be able to survive this disaster. Master's divine skill is unparalleled, you can definitely handle it. So what if your divine skill is unparalleled? Can you go against the entire national machine? Murongbo sneered. Murongbo, don't dare to call myself a hero, but I can bear the title of an ambitious and ruthless person. Jiang Feng, if you have something to say, just say it. The government is raising me, just like how I'm raising you. In the end, it's like raising a tiger, always afraid of being bitten in the back. Only by playing some tricks can I feel at ease. Jiang Feng didn't say anything. You should go to City G2, compared to you, I'm more worried about Li Fan. As long as he's alive, my Xiaoying won't be able to live in peace. Yes, master, I'll go now. Jiang Feng nodded, but I'm afraid I can't kill him alone, master, please give me the title of Black Manor Swordsman. Very good. Murongbo nodded, you're finally willing to face your own strength, this is a good thing. The Black Manor Swordsmen are all elites, with their help, it shouldn't be a problem to kill Li Fan. Thank you, master, I'll definitely complete this mission. Go, I'll let 8 Black Manor Swordsmen follow you. If you can't complete the mission, don't come back. Yes, master. Jiang Feng retreated slowly, Murongbo held the teacup in her hand, looking at the floating tea leaves, as if she was thinking about something. Li Fan. Jiang Feng. Holy war plan. This Jianghu, it's going to be another bloodbath. And I, Murongbo, will be the one laughing at the end. At the same time, Li Fan had completely forgotten about the Jianghu, he was busy enjoying his university life. As a first-year student, the school required him to study in the morning and evening. Li Fan and the others were students from the first class of Mandarin as a foreign language, the school assigned them a class. Li Fan sat behind his desk, flipping through his class schedule. The first year's class was quite full, but it was also many times easier than high school. There was no class on Tuesday afternoon, no class on Thursday morning, and no class on Wednesday and Friday mornings. Unfortunately, he had to study in the morning, so he couldn't sleep in. Li Fan was fine, he was a martial artist, his spirit was very good, but the others were not. Xiang Dong was already snoring on the desk, Zhao Yingjun was yawning listlessly, Wang Yang was holding a pile of poker cards, he seemed to be calculating something. Almost all the students in the class had arrived, there were more girls than boys. There are 30 people in the class, 26 girls. After Zhao Yingjun finished counting, he suddenly laughed. Too many wolves, not enough meat. Chapter 969. Zhao Yingjun was a little excited. There were only 4 guys in the class. The eldest, Wang Yang, had a girlfriend and Xiang Yi had a child marriage. That was to say, it was 26 to 2. This powerful ratio made Zhao Yingjun even more confident. In this class, I, Zhao Yingjun, am the treasure. Zhao Yingjun said proudly, when the girls see me, they're like hungry wolves eyeing meat. Your meat. Wang Yang retorted as he arranged the cards, even if you're meat, you're at most 2 tails of stinky meat. Bro, you're too much. You can't discourage my enthusiasm like that. Zhao Yingjun was dissatisfied, I'm looking forward to university. He pointed to his face, look at me like this. Although I'm not handsome enough, I'm full of the charm of a mature man. It's the most lethal to women. If you don't believe me, bro, just wait and see. I promise you'll be convinced. Don't be ridiculous. Wang Yang didn't believe him at all. But at this moment, a few girls in the class came up and asked Zhao Yingjun. This student, what's your name? The girl in the lead had a slightly baby face and cute freckles, but her overall appearance was not bad. Zhao Yingjun was shocked and pointed to his nose. You're talking to me? Yeah, I'm Wang Ying. What's your name? The guys looked at each other, a little shocked. My name is Zhao Yingjun, handsome as in suave. Zhao Yingjun was a little excited, hello, classmate Zhao, it's like this. We're all preparing to join the school's drama club. We want to rehearse a play and are lacking a male lead. We hope you can play it. Zhao Yingjun immediately mouthed to express his excitement. Really the male lead? Yes, you're the only boy in the entire play. Wang Ying nodded. Zhao Yingjun was even more excited. Male lead, male lead. What did I say? I'm definitely a born Casanova. The few people in the dormitory were also dumbfounded. Even Wang Ying woke up from the noise. He rubbed his eyes and looked at Zhao Yingjun in confusion. What's going on? Then what should I play? Prime Minister Turtle. Pfft, ha ha ha. Seeing Zhao Yingjun's speechless expression, Wang Yang and Li Fan couldn't help but burst into laughter. Yes, it suits you. Yingjun, play this role well. I believe in you. Li Fan, who was sitting behind Zhao Yingjun, could not help but reach out and pat him on the shoulder. Don't underestimate this character, okay? Wang Ying was a little angry. She put her hands on her waist and looked at the few boys in the class. Every character is great and indispensable in a work of art. Yes. It's our fault. Li Fan hurriedly apologized, then Yingjun, are you going to act? Student Zhao, I hope you can help us. Also, I think you have a talent for acting, so you'll be very suitable for the drama club. Can I really do it? Zhao Yingjun hesitated for a moment. You can do it, trust me. Wang Ying nodded quickly. I'll give it a try. Club life is also an indispensable part of university. Li Fan also suggested to let Zhao Yingjun do something, so that he would not be so energetic every day in the dormitory. Okay, I'll give it a try, Zhao Yingjun finally agreed. Wang Ying and the girls behind her cheered. By the way, what club are we going to join? Wang Yang turned to ask Li Fan, is there any club that can make money? I don't know. It's also my first time attending university. Wang Ying, do you know? The few of them could only look at Wang Ying. A club that can make money. Can we go to the photography club or the handicraft club? Wang Ying thought for a moment, it seems that the animation club is also good. They often have cosplay groups that go out to compete and earn some prize money. Sometimes they even do commercial performances. My image, forget about cosplaying, Wang Yang thought of his old profession, is there a fortune-telling club? There is a tarot card club. That stuff is bullshit, you can't believe it. Wang Yang immediately scolded, it's all bullshit. Big brother, your northeast dialect is quite smooth. Li Fan couldn't help but laugh. Why can't you believe it? Your fortune-telling is the feudal superstition. Wang Ying immediately rolled her eyes. The girls behind her also nodded. They all like to play tarot cards. You don't believe it, right? Come, let me tell your fortune. Wang Yang immediately sat up straight, I promise to let you know the value of our Chinese civilization. How do you calculate? With playing cards? No need, it's enough to look at your face. Wang Yang's confident look made Li Fan curious. This quack, could it be that he really has some real ability? Although Li Fan lived in a magical world, he had never heard of anyone in the pugilistic world who could tell the future. However, Imperial concubine Zhou said that there was a kind of person in this world who had a unique skill called the necromancer. They studied the art of Zhou Yi and connected with ghosts and gods. Unfortunately, they couldn't see this kind of person anymore. Okay, then look at my face. Wang Ying sat in front of Wang Yang and raised her face gracefully. Come on, look at it. If your guess is wrong, you will be out of luck. Don't worry, this master has a pair of discerning eyes, specializing in seeing people's fate. Wang Yang looked at Wang Ying's face carefully, but his brows suddenly wrinkled. Oh, Wang Ying, you little girl, your face is not ordinary. What's wrong with me? Wang Ying was startled by Wang Yang's sudden words. Look at your face, the sky is full, the ground is square, these should be the appearance of great wealth. You at least were born in a rich family, although not very rich, at least above well off. You, continue, but there is a faint black light in your glabella, which is not good. Your life is a bit hard, and when you were born, you were contaminated with a little bit of the evil spirit of the lonely star. So, although your family is rich, you are not happy. Your parents. Well, if I'm not wrong, your parents don't get along with each other all year round, and may even have separated long ago, right? Is there anything else? Wang Ying became more and more shocked, and the little girls around her were also whispering. The previous things have been said, let's talk about the future. Wang Yang continued, there are some peach blossoms on your face, indicating that you may meet more than 2 boyfriends in college. As for who you will be with, it's up to you. Wang Yang chuckled, how about it, little girl, am I right? Just like that, Wang Ying turned her head and walked away, but the other little girls surrounded her and scrambled to let Wang Yang read their faces. Chapter 970. Zhao Yingjun looked enviously at Wang Yang, who was surrounded by girls. He wanted to interrupt but couldn't. Big Brother's ability was so enviable. At this time, the tutor opened the door and walked in. What are you doing? You're like a wet market. The tutor scolded. The girls immediately quieted down and went back to their seats. The tutor was a young man in his early 20s. He was said to be a former G University graduate who stayed in the school after graduation. This job didn't have much of a future, and only young people were willing to do it. The tutor was obviously in a bad mood today. He had a gloomy face the moment he came in. No one dared to provoke him. You students, do you think that you can do whatever you want in university after you've finally been liberated? Let me tell you, that's all bullshit. When you're in university, especially when you're in my major, you have to behave yourself. The tutor's voice rose an octave. From today onwards, morning self-study is compulsory. If you can't come, you have to ask for leave from me. You can only ask for leave 3 times in a semester. But if you skip morning self-study, you'll be treated as truancy. If you skip class 3 times, you'll be disqualified and have to retake all your courses next semester. This was too strict. Many students complained incessantly. It's the same for night self-study. The tutor reminded them again. I hope you're here to study and not to treat this place as your playground. Alright, self-study time. Let's choose the class committee first. Zhao Yingjun whispered to Wang Yang while the tutor flipped through the students' information. Big brother, please teach me. Teach you what? Physiognomy, that's amazing, Zhao Yingjun laughed. It'd be even better if I could read palms. I could also take the opportunity to hold a girl's hand. Zhao Yingjun, why don't you come up and say it? The tutor glared at Zhao Yingjun and he quickly shut his mouth. Idiot, say it on your phone. They had a dormitory WeChat group. Wang Yang began to impart his insights in the group. Big brother, quickly teach me. Zhao Yingjun sent a longing emoji. I can't. Wang Yang kept them in suspense. I learned this physiognomy from my master by kowtowing 3 times and bowing 9 times. How could I casually teach it to you? Didn't you learn it from your uncle? Cough, cough, Wang Yang sent a coughing emoji. My uncle is my master. In any case, the sect has ordered us not to impart it to outsiders. How about this, big brother? I'll take care of your breakfast for this month. Your honesty has moved me. Wang Yang sent a smiley face. Not bad, not bad. I've decided to impart my insights to you. Ah, thank you, big brother. Zhao Yingjun looked at his phone and smiled foolishly, as if he had already begun to fantasize about the beautiful life in the future. Being surrounded by girls, this is too beautiful, it's definitely suitable for me, Zhao Yingjun. Ha ha ha, yes, that's it. Zhao Yingjun, if you laugh like an idiot again, I'll send you out to study. The tutor finally couldn't take it anymore and berated him. Zhao Yingjun immediately put away his disgusting smile and continued to look at his phone. Please enlighten me, big brother, it's very simple. This isn't new at all. Wang Yang continued to send messages. I do have a physiognomy. When my master taught me, he said that one's face reflects one's heart. As for how to read one's face, you should still read more books about physiognomy. There are detailed records in them. This Wang Ying indeed has a rich face. Coupled with what she's wearing and that Nomos watch on her hand, it's not hard to see that this girl's family background isn't bad. Wang Yang's fingers tapped the phone screen. But she has a bitter look. When I mentioned her family, especially when I mentioned her parents, her expression changed. I knew that there was a problem between her parents. But regarding the divorce, it was just a guess. I guessed correctly. Fuck, then what about her luck with the ladies? You're not making it up again, are you? Of course not. Wang Yang defended himself. Her eyes are indeed peach blossom eyes. Although her looks aren't particularly outstanding, she's definitely attractive to men. Let me tell you, don't ever date her, or else you'll be in trouble. Nonsense, why would I like her? My target is Lu Wan, Zhao Yingjun also lost interest. He thought for a moment and then typed a string of words on the screen. Big brother, just now my cousin logged into my WeChat ID. What did he say to you? Wang Yang sent a string of ellipses. Alright, I've said what I need to say. Remember my words, when you're in G University, don't treat it as a game. Every G University student must have the spirit of G University. We'll wait for the class committee. Now we'll report a student internally. All the students were stunned. It was the first day of school, who were they going to report? Li Fan, stand up. The instructor pointed at Li Fan. Li Fan frowned and stood up. Instructor, what's the matter? Li Fan, yesterday you hit a student 1 year older than you. The school committee originally wanted to punish you severely. But considering that you're new to the university, you'll only be given 1 demerit. There won't be a next time. Instructor, it was the second year who hit first. Zhao Yingjun hurriedly said, Li Fan was just taking precautions. I know you're all hot-blooded, especially when you're new to the university. You want to show off and have the desire to do so. The instructor interrupted them and continued confidently, but when you're in the university, you'll have to restrain yourself. This is just a small notice of criticism. Next time, it won't be so simple. But, Zhao Yingjun still wanted to defend Li Fan, but Li Fan pressed down on his shoulder and pushed him back to his seat. It's fine. The notice of criticism and demerit didn't matter to Li Fan at all. He didn't plan to look for other jobs after graduation. It was already hard enough for him to run an escort agency and start a martial arts school. Li Fan has already lost the right to be the class committee member. The others can now recommend some suitable candidates. The instructor began to choose the class committee member. Zhao Yingjun was obviously still indignant and started to curse in the WeChat group. Instructor, you're too much. Yesterday, they were the ones who hit first. It's fine. It's just a punishment. I don't care. Li Fan comforted Zhao Yingjun. But, it's too unfair to you. Second brother, in the future, will we always be bullied by this Zhanggua? It won't. Don't worry. Li Fan began to think. Should he get rid of this Zhanggua first? Get rid of him. Dominate this school. Mr. Yang stood at the door and pointed outside. He's now in the computer room on the 3rd floor. Go kill him. Chapter 971. Go and kill him. Mr. Yang's voice continued to bewitch Li Fan. Kill him, then you won't have to worry about your university life anymore. If you don't kill him, there will be endless troubles in the future. Mr. Yang's words indeed made Li Fan hesitate. Zhanggua was a very petty person. Yesterday, just because he had a meal with Lu Wanwan, he used different methods to mess with them. There would definitely be no end to it in the future. To make him stop, there were only 2 possibilities. One was that he kicked them out of the university, the other was that he killed him. The best way seemed to be to kill him, to end all troubles once and for all. Li Fan thought for a moment. It seemed that Mr. Yang's suggestion was right. He suddenly froze. Not good. When did I start to listen to Mr. Yang again? I can't follow the rhythm of my inner demon, Li Fan reminded himself. Get lost, Li Fan dispelled his inner demon. It was just Zhang, not a master. Killing him was not fun at all. If he couldn't even deal with a small Zhang and had to kill him, then his strength as a grandmaster could only be fed to the dogs. After Li Fan calmed down, he was also afraid of the inner demon's ability. He was able to easily locate Zhang location. Tomorrow, the university will hold a mobilization meeting for us. After the tutor temporarily settled the class committee meeting, he continued to announce the next matter. At that time, we will talk about some matters regarding military training. Tutor, when will the military training officially begin? A girl asked. The day after tomorrow. The tutor informed, during military training, listen to me. If anyone dares to cause trouble, don't blame me for being rude. Understood, tutor. The group of students were reprimanded by the tutor. Even if there were some troublemakers, they were now well behaved. Especially the girls. Between military training, you can't have more than 3 holidays. If you exceed 3 times, 3 credits will be deducted. Once the tutor gave the order, many girls suddenly felt resentful. This rule was too harsh. Was this really a university? Why did it not feel easy at all? The group of students wailed in grief, and all kinds of complaints could be heard. However, the guide did not care about these things. As the saying goes, a strict teacher produces a brilliant student. Alright, the morning self-study session is over. I'll leave the rest of the time to you guys. The tutor instructed. However, the evening self-study session will continue as usual. No one is allowed to be late. Do you hear me? Got it. Everyone had no choice. The arm could not twist the thigh, and no one dared to challenge the instructor. Very well, go back. Remember not to cause any trouble. Li Fan felt that the last sentence was directed at himself. The counselor gave him a meaningful look, which made it even more obvious. Everyone else is dismissed. Li Fan, come with me. Li Fan followed him out of the classroom and into the counselor's office. Take a seat. The counselor's office was very big, and there were many other counselors inside. Everyone was busy with their own things, so they just casually greeted each other and continued with their own work. For the school, Li Fan was still a small figure. Unlike the private number 2 middle school, Li Fan's name was well known. There was no one in the number 2 middle school who did not know of him. At that time, when the students arrived at the school, they first had to pay respects to Li Fan. Thank you, counselor. Li Fan was still very polite as he sat on the chair that the counselor pointed at. Li Fan, I checked your information when you were in high school. The counselor held a large pile of information in his hand, which seemed to be from his major. He said while flipping through the information. I didn't expect that you were a thorn in the past. You even beat up a teacher. It's all because I was young and insensible. Li Fan smiled. I let the counselor see a joke. I don't care how powerful you were in high school. Now that you are in university, you must restrain yourself. Remember, the university is a small society. If you dare to do anything against the law, I will not let you go. The school's security department will immediately send you to the Public Security Bureau. Do you understand? Got it. I will definitely remember the counselor's words. Li Fan looked especially honest. He did not look like a naughty student at all. The counselor looked at him for a while and did not seem to see any flaws. He originally thought that Li Fan was a fierce and courageous person. So, he planned to show his power and scare this student to restrain himself. But now, it seemed that this Li Fan was not just a troublemaker. He seemed to be very shrewd. This kind of student was the most difficult to manage. The counselor had a headache. Why did he have such a student? If he managed him well, the school would not care about his relationship. If he did not manage him well, it would be his fault. Go. If you have nothing to do, learn more cultural knowledge. Don't always fight. Oh, it just so happens that there is a book in the library. Go and borrow it for me. You read it for 2 days first and then pass it to me. I will pass it to the other students in the class. Okay, counselor. Li Fan did not say anything. Whatever the counselor said, he would just do it. When he arrived at the university, Li Fan did not want to be presumptuous. He just wanted to enjoy his university life in a low-key manner. After he left the counselor's office, he could still hear the voices coming from inside. What happened to that student? Fighting. Yo, a troublemaker. Ha, no matter what kind of troublemaker he is, he will be shaved off when he comes to me. Yes, we must not let this kind of student be too presumptuous. Otherwise, he will cause trouble. Yes, if he dares to do anything, I will kick him out of here. The voices of the two counselors chatting could be clearly heard by Li Fan, but he just smiled casually. Beating up a teacher. This was indeed a bit exaggerated. Although he had confronted his teachers in high school, he had not beaten them up. The only person he had beaten up was his former PE teacher. But he did not beat him up. He only subdued him. But for the counselor, if he just wanted to reduce his prestige, then let him be. It just so happened that there was nothing to do today. Wang Yang was busy in the dormitory with his girlfriend. Zhao Yingjun and Wang Ying went to film, and the direction was still to study his LOL. It just so happened that he was going to the library alone. In the past, private number 2 high school also had a library, but Li Fan had not been there even once. After all, it was full of study materials. There was not even a novel. Only a ghost would read it. He heard that the university library had a very rich collection of books. Li Fan wanted to see if there were any martial arts novels by some old writers to see if there was anything he could refer to. When it came to martial arts, it was always hard to predict. Maybe in the novels, there would be some moves that could help him understand something. Li Fan had always had a learning attitude when it came to practicing martial arts. He walked into the library and pressed his student ID card. He was ready to explore the sea of books here. Chapter 972. After all, this is a university library, not a small place like a high school. The books inside are divided into different categories, and the bookshelves are row after row. Li Fan took a look and couldn't count the end of it. So big. He can't help but praise it. It's really awesome. The books here are probably no less than 1 million. In this era where electronic libraries were prevalent, having such a library really made people a little happy in their hearts. Li Fan found the category of wuxia and went straight to it. Most of the books here are masterpieces of Jin Yong and Gu Long. Although Li Fan hasn't read their books, he has watched a lot of TV series. The Smiling, Proud Wanderer. Sounds good. Li Fan picked up a hardcover copy of The Smiling, Proud Wanderer, and briefly flipped through it. Seeing Jin Yong's description of his junior sister Yu Lingshan, Li Fan liked it a little. Especially the way Master Jin Yong created Linghu Chong at the beginning, Li Fan also liked it very much. In the novel, Linghu Chong didn't appear at the beginning, but through the dialogue of many characters, he outlined such a character. Everyone's view is different. Finally, Linghu Chong appeared in front of everyone's eyes. Li Fan heard from his former Chinese teacher that when Jin Yong wrote The Smiling, Proud Wanderer, he wanted to write Lin Pingji as the protagonist at the beginning. But later, he felt that Lin Pingji had nothing but revenge, so he changed his mind and created a real hero character, Linghu Chong. Speaking of which, this Wang Zui is very similar to Yu Buqian. Li Fan thought for a moment and changed his mind. No, he should be more like Dongfang Bubi. Fortunately, he doesn't have the strength of Dongfang Bubi. When Li Fan was talking to himself, he was suddenly hit by someone. He was rooted under his feet, motionless. But the other party was directly knocked down and sat on the ground. Ouch! She screamed. It seemed that the fall was not light. Hey, why is it? Li Fan was about to speak, but the other party suddenly jumped up regardless of her pain and covered Li Fan's mouth. Shoo, she gestured for them to be quiet, then pulled Li Fan and turned around so that Li Fan was on top of her, pretending to kiss him. Shin Chen. Shin Chen, where are you? Take a photo with us, Shin Chen. A group of students rushed past them, no one paying attention to the couple kissing passionately. After they left, Shin Chen finally heaved a sigh of relief and stole a glance to the side. Miss Shen, are you done playing the rogue? Li Fan's voice rang in her ears. Shin Chen then remembered that there was a man with her. She screamed and pushed Li Fan away. Yo, are you burning the bridge after crossing the river? Li Fan looked at Shin Chen with a smile. You just took advantage of me. Bah! Who would take advantage of you? You are not a gentleman at all. How will there be girls who will like you in the future? Shin Chen spat, but Li Fan pricked up his ears. They're back. Quick, put your arms around me. Shin Chen also heard the noise of the crowd. They were approaching. She became nervous and hurriedly said to Li Fan. How can I do that? I can't take advantage of you. Li Fan emphasized, I have to learn to be a gentleman, so that no girls will like me in the future. I'll introduce you to a girl. Shin Chen heard the footsteps getting closer and closer. She became more and more flustered. She had no time to say anything else and could only take the initiative. She stepped forward and hugged Li Fan tightly, letting him block her. A group of people ran over. Where did Shin Chen go? Maybe she went out. Let's go outside and look for her. The noise of the crowd faded away again. Finally gone, Shin Chen breathed a sigh of relief and leaned into Li Fan's arms. Her expression relaxed. I can't even come to the library. Even wearing a mask is useless, since you don't want to attract attention. Why did you become a star? Li Fan asked. Humph, this lady was born to be a star. Shin Chen pushed Li Fan away, crossed her arms, and laughed proudly. This matter of being the center of attention was destined before this lady was born. In that case, your throat won't be damaged. Hey, if you say that again, I'll be angry. Shin Chen was like an angry little tiger, glaring at Li Fan. You said it yourself. Li Fan shrugged his shoulders, didn't you say you don't care? That's to comfort Lu Wan, What else can I do? Do you think I'll cry when Wan mentions it? Shin Chen pouted, it's not that I want my throat to be damaged. God must be jealous of this lady's beauty and talent. How did your throat get damaged? Tell me about it. Li Fan asked. I don't know. There was one time when I came back from a concert, and it was damaged. Shin Chen sighed, I used to protect my throat. Maybe it's really destined. Well, isn't it much easier to be an ordinary person than a star? Li Fan opened the smiling, proud wanderer, if I have to choose, I'd rather be a paladin than a star. You don't understand. Do you know how many people are willing to sacrifice everything for fame and fame? Shin Chen curled her lips, in the entertainment circle, I've seen so many people degenerate. What about our Mr. Shin? Have you ever degenerated? Me? How could I? I was born with a good voice, and I'm destined to be famous. Shin Chen was proud again, you won't understand this feeling, you ordinary person. Yeah, I'm just an ordinary person, so, Li Fan was about to speak, when he saw Lu Wan, run in, panting, and directly rushed to Li Fan. Shin Chen is here too. I'll talk to you later. Let's talk about you first. Lu Wan, held Shin Chen's shoulder with one hand, panting heavily. Senior sister, what's wrong? Li Fan gently patted Lu Wan's back twice, and Lu Wan immediately felt a warm energy flowing into her body, and the feeling of her lungs bursting was relieved a lot. Lu Wan was a little surprised, but she quickly put it aside and turned to look at Li Fan. Li Fan, tell me, did the department report you? How did you know? Li Fan was a little surprised, the news spread too fast in this school, right? I'm the publicity director of the student union, why can't I know? Lu Wan was a little angry. Li Fan, tell me, did Zhang Guo send someone to make trouble for you? It's okay, don't worry. How can I not worry? Chapter 973. How could I not be worried? Lu Wan seemed to be a little angry. Li Fan, you're a good kid, don't hide it from your senior sister, hurry up and tell me. Senior sister, I'm not a kid anymore, this kind of small matter, I can handle it. Li Fan said, moreover, you can't do anything about this. If you go to find Zhang Guo, he will only be angry, and then he will go even further, looking for trouble with my roommates. Actually, it doesn't matter if you look for me, I'm not afraid of him. Lu Wan may not believe it, but Xin Qin knew that Li Fan was definitely not trying to coax her. Even Boss Ma was afraid of Li Fan, although Zhang Guo's family background was strong, he was just a second generation, he could not do anything to a powerful super rogue like Li Fan. Yes, super rogue, this word was right to describe Li Fan. No, I can't let this matter go like this. Lu Wan was choking with anger, that guy, he's too much. How could he do this? Forget it, Wan, I think this super rogue is right. Super rogue? Li Fan raised his eyebrows. He's right. Shen Chen lowered her head, how could she accidentally say what was on her mind? This matter is not something you can handle, don't bother, just let them handle it themselves. Seeing that Shen Chen was on his side, Li Fan temporarily forgave her. This is a school after all, that Zhang Guo, no matter how powerful he is, he won't dare to make too much noise. Sigh, you don't know him, Lu Wan, let out a long sigh, when I heard about this today, I hurried to find Li Fan. But I couldn't get through to Li Fan's phone, so I went to his dormitory, they said he was in the library. Li Fan looked at his phone, there was no signal, this library was really safe. Why are you looking for me, do you still want to eat the sushi from yesterday? What sushi, I'll help you. Lu Wan thought for a moment, we'll talk about the sushi next time, this time let's talk about you first. Zhang Guo was a very narrow-minded person. If you provoke him, even if he smiles at you in front of you, he will definitely send someone to mess with you behind your back. This is Zhang Guo. I've known him for a long time, and it's because he's become like this that I slowly drifted away from him. You want to distance yourself from him, but he doesn't want to distance himself from you. Shen Chen looked at Lu Wanner, then looked at Li Fan. That's right, I have an idea. What method? Lu Wanner hurriedly asked. Tell Li Fan to find a girlfriend as soon as possible. This way, Zhang Guo will know that his heart is not on you, and maybe he will ignore him. Li Fan rolled his eyes. What kind of lousy idea was that? Only Shen Chen could think of this. Will this work? Lu Wanner also began to ponder. What if my heart falls on senior sister? Li Fan deliberately teased. Go, don't mess around. That's right, your senior is mine. No one can take her away from me. The two girls reprimanded Li Fan together. Li Fan could only shrug his shoulders. Then, do the two of you have any other good ideas? If not, I'm going back. There's no need to hold a mobilization meeting tomorrow. I want to take advantage of today's free time to walk around. My method is still the most feasible. Shin Chen grabbed Li Fan, why are you leaving? Listen to me honestly. I'm not a commodity. How can I agree to casually give me a girl? Whether the girl agrees or not is the most important thing. Shin Chen rolled her eyes at Li Fan. Wanner, do you have any girlfriends in your dormitory who can help you? No, they all have boyfriends. Lu Wanner shook her head repeatedly, girls like me who don't have a boyfriend are probably very rare, right? That's true. The people around me are the same. Even if it's those celebrities, they won't help me. Well, if it's not Jessica, can you stop teasing me, big sister? Li Fan was startled, that Jessica is almost 40 years old and you want her to be my girlfriend? Are you crazy? I was just saying. I didn't really mean to introduce her to you, Shin Chen quickly waved her hand, if it doesn't work. Then this lady can only do it myself, don't tease me, how can you? Lu Wanner quickly pulled Shin Chen, you are Shin Chen. Big shot Shin Chen. All over the country, there are so many pairs of eyes staring at you. You dare to find a boyfriend? What's wrong with that? I happen to be lacking in scandals recently. Shen Chen laughed. A celebrity without scandals is not considered a celebrity. Oh my god, you're going to be in the headlines. No, I won't be in the headlines if I don't cheat. Shen Chen looked indifferent. Besides, I'm a young and lively girl. There's no problem with my sexual orientation. Is it wrong to like boys? If it's an ordinary girl, of course it's right. Lu Wanner emphasized, but you're not an ordinary girl. You better get rid of this idea. In any case, I think it's pretty good. Shen Chen said and pulled Li Fan. Tomorrow night is the school's freshman welcoming party. I promised to sing a song on stage. At that time, I'll pull you up and announce this matter. Quickly spare me. Li Fan bluntly refused. You're going to announce that I'm your boyfriend? Oh my god, do you want me to live the rest of my life in misery? Stop messing around, okay? What nonsense are you talking about? Why can't this lady be your girlfriend? This lady has sacrificed so much and you're still not happy. When Shen Chen heard this, she was immediately unconvinced. You're quite wronged. Why don't you think about it? You're big shot Shen and you're saying that I'm your boyfriend. In the future at school, I'll definitely be unable to do anything. Li Fan immediately reprimanded Shen Chen. At that time, countless men will hate me to death. The media will also trample on my dormitory door. I still want to enjoy my university life. Don't disturb my life. You bastard. Shen Chen was furious. You're not even afraid of provoking Boss Ma and Zhang Guo, but now you're afraid that I'll be your girlfriend and disturb your life. I didn't say anything wrong. Li Fan snorted. What Boss Ma, what Zhang Guo, I don't care about them. But the media behind you, big shot Shen, makes me want to keep it a secret. The media, the government, and so on. Li Fan now had a big headache. If he could avoid provoking them, he would absolutely stay far away. Li Fan. You're very good, you have guts. Shen Chen angrily pointed at Li Fan, her voice trembling a little. I've always had guts. Li Fan was too lazy to pay attention to her. This little girl was too arrogant. Senior Shaowan, I still have something to do, so I'll leave first. You don't have to worry about Zhang Guo's matter for me. I definitely have a way to solve it. After Li Fan finished speaking, he no longer paid attention to these two beautiful senior sisters and turned to leave. Chapter 974. Early in the morning, Li Fan woke up, picked up a few of his sleeping roommates, and began to wash up. The mobilization meeting was held in the morning, and all the school leaders were there. A group of school leaders sat under umbrellas and lectured the students who were standing on the field and basking in the sun. Sometimes, the school leaders would speak, and sometimes, the tutor would come up to say a few words. Li Fan was drowsy from listening to them. He simply closed his eyes and stood on the field to adjust the aura in his body. Originally, Li Fan's body had the strength of 9.5 dragons. However, after 2 months of seclusion, the strength in his body had improved once again. He was already at the strength of 10 dragons, stepping on the threshold of this generation's grandmaster. The reason why he had not become a grandmaster yet was because his martial strength was not enough. He had to have the same level of mental state. Muronging once told him that to practice martial arts, one must first train the heart. Without a strong heart, all martial strength would be empty talk. Muronging was strong because she had the heart of a true powerhouse. However, it was a little difficult for Li Fan because his inner demon was too strong. No matter how strong he was, his inner demons were equally strong. The two offset each other, causing Li Fan's strength to grow slower and slower. Moreover, it was difficult for his mental state to grow. As his strength increased, the inner demon's bewitchment became stronger and stronger. Even now, Li Fan could still hear Mr. Yang's noisy voice as he stood there. Too long-winded. I'll just kill them. This inner demon was too hot-tempered. Li Fan turned his head and saw Xiang standing at the side, holding his phone with both hands and playing some game. What are you playing? Li Fan was also impressed by Xiang. He could still play games in this state. Honor of Kings, a game I just discovered. Xiang seemed to be obsessed with MOBA games. Even if he was standing and playing, he wanted to be a human dog. You're also amazing. You can even play this. Li Fan could not help but give him a thumbs up. A real summoner dares to face any difficult environment. This small problem is nothing. Xiang was the most courageous at this time. He charged forward in the game's battlefield without the slightest bit of hesitation or embarrassment. Warrior, you are indeed a warrior. No, I'm a summoner. I rely on my brain, not my strength. The direction was immediately emphasized. Li Fan felt rather helpless. Xiang Dong's words made it seem as though he was a simple-minded warrior with well-developed limbs. There will be a welcome party tonight. Our seniors from G University will be performing for everyone. After the counselor finished speaking, the office director came up again and announced some matters. At the end of the meeting, he announced, the gala will start at 8:00 in the evening. It will be held in the auditorium. Every new student must come. We can't let the school down. Do you understand? Got it. There were only a few voices below. Although the welcoming party was not bad, many students felt uncomfortable when the school said so. Great. Remember to show the spirit of our G University students. Lastly, let me add a few more words. The office director added a lot of information, and Li Fan was drowsy. Finally, when Xiang Dong went from a stubborn bronze to a platinum, the meeting came to an end. Fuck, I got Wu Zetian. Xiang Dong exclaimed. At the same time, there was a round of applause. Damn it, it's finally over. Zhao Yingjun couldn't stand still anymore. He sat down on the flower bed at the side. This group of people is too long-winded. Isn't that so? They are still sitting and talking, and we are supposed to stand and listen. Wang Yang was also unhappy. This group of leaders are all fucking grandsons. Alright, don't complain anymore. Other than feeling a little sleepy, Li Fan's body was still in good shape. Not to mention standing and listening, even if he had to squat for a day, it wouldn't be a problem for him. For a qualified martial artist, this was nothing. Let's have lunch together. Who is going to the gala tonight? Li Fan asked. All of us have to go. Xiang Dong was extremely helpless. He complained without raising his head. The school is too much, how can they force students to go to a gala? Right now, Xiang Dong was able to speak freely with them. However, when facing the young girls, he still couldn't say a single word. If we don't go, the school won't be able to back down. Wang Yang stood up from Zhao Yingjun's side. He patted the dust off his butt. Alright, let's hurry and have lunch. If we are late, there won't be any good food in the cafeteria. Look at all of you with a long face. It's as if the school owes you. Zhao Yingjun sang praises for the gala. This freshman gala is so good. I especially like it. At that time, there will definitely be a lot of beautiful female juniors. I can help you guys find a few. Don't pull it off. I already have a girlfriend. Xiang Dong also has a child marriage. Wang Yang curled his lips. Why don't you help me introduce some? What are you afraid of? We are all in another city. Distant water can't quench present thirst. Zhao Yingjun laughed. If it's up to me, you guys should find one in our school. Look at how many girls there are in our school. If you don't find one, it will be a waste of resources. Anyway, our home is far away. It won't delay or affect us. Get lost. You brat, you're full of bad ideas. Wang Yang patted Zhao Yingjun. Don't say those useless things. Let me tell you. I, Wang Yang, am a chaste person. Even if I go to the gala tonight, I will just casually attend. I will definitely not look at any girl. Time flashed by. At 8:00 in the evening, Wang Yang, wearing a clean suit and a small red tie, walked into the auditorium with Li Fan and the others. Lao Er, do you think I'm dressed well? Wang Yang kept asking. Big bro, you've already asked me 8 times on the way here. Li Fan was helpless. Didn't you say that you will just casually attend tonight? You will definitely not look at any other girl. Yes, but as a man, I have to dress more fashionably, right? But I will only dress more fashionably. I will definitely not look at other girls. As soon as Wang Yang finished speaking, he immediately pointed at a girl. Fuck, look at that girl. Her butt is really perky. From a physiognomy point of view, she will definitely give birth to a son. What fucking physiognomy? Li Fan was completely speechless. Alright, second bro, don't talk about big bro tonight, we are here to hunt. Zhao Yingjun was dressed awkwardly in formal attire, and he was holding a rose that he had plucked from God knows where. Second bro, I know you are not good at dealing with women. Today, as your third bro, I will teach you what it means to be an expert in the field of love. Zhao Yingjun said as he held the rose in his mouth and winked at Li Fan. Fuck your grandpa. Don't disgust us. I'm going to vomit. Wang Yang gave him a slap.